Yeah. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good? This man Theo. Yeah, we here. What a week it was, Wednesday. My bad. I'm a few seconds late. I'm really working on my cordiality and everything. Is that a word? What's going on? I see the Komoyo King is already up in the building. Komoyo King is already up in the building. Once again, we are in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. Even though sometimes it does seem like it ain't as short as it could be. No, but anyway, it is what a week it was, Wednesday. I'm your man, Theo B. We gonna wait a little bit for the Rock With Me Nation to pull up. Once we get to, we got crew that'll be a crew, that'll be enough. There we go, we got two. Now tell him is in the building as well. King of the uncomfortable question. That's what that is. Big J Anderson pulled up. What is going on, Big J in the building? Yes, we are in here. Shout out to the Komoyo King and Plant Poppy. Komoyo King for the coffee. Plant Poppy for the coffee mug. Thank you. It's giving me life this day. It's giving me life. We got it. We're going to work on getting a coffee sponsor at some point. Yeah, we got a great show lined up for y'all tonight, this evening, whatever we want to call it. It is hump day in the US of A. If you are working during the 5 days of the week, congratulations, you made it. You only got 2 more days left. If you got to go till Saturday, I'm sorry, you got 3 more days left. And damn, you got to work on college football Saturday. It ought to be a law passed that when football season come in, if you're not working at a store that serve food, you should be closed. You should be closed. That's it. We're gonna get all up in here and everything like that. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. I see Big Ronnie J that pulled up. That's 4. We could use some more, but hey, that is enough. Here's what we got on deck for tonight's topics. Latest Hasbro Marvel. Could somebody reach out to Dave? Could somebody reach out to Boo while we doing this live, especially this first part? Because this first part, could somebody reach out to Dave displaying mild behavior? Tag him in the comments or something like that. Articulated comic book art. Somebody get with them and everything like that. And Hasbro Marvel Legends. Because yeah, we want to talk. I want to put some money into their pocket, and I'm hoping one of them gonna pull up. Yeah. Latest Hasbro Marvel Legends announcements. Yeah and nay. We're going to get into it. They dropped some. They got some coming up and everything. Are you interested or are you not in what they got going on? We're going to talk about it. Todd McFarlane. Later on this year, there's an action figure that we've been asking for. He going to drop. Yeah. Why a Quin Jet Haslab should be announced during tax season. That's this part about me trying to help push some money into y'all pocket. Tax season. Stay with me. Alpha Flight, Vice the Eternals. Let's talk business sense or the significance of comic experts. Yes, we got a beautiful article that's going to lead us into that. We're going to chop it up and everything like that. Comic discussion. Black Panther issue 525. The man with the most dangerous man alive. The most dangerous man alive. 525 and 526. We're going to jump off that. Also, the Avengers, issue 29 and issue 30. Did you read it? Might want to. It's some, especially when we talk about King T'Challa. I don't even know, based on what I done learned about King T'Challa and his great-grandson. I don't even know if should I wait and make that a separate video or should I give us a little bit of that. Now I want to let y'all let me know what we got going on. Trolling. Oh, before we get to trolling, T'Challa's abilities, powers and abilities. A reminder. I think we need to refresh the course every now and then because we're gonna do that. Trolling. The significance of Black superheroes. Stay woke. Stay woke. Turning off comments. Yeah, I'm leaning in that direction. I'm starting to suffer some PTSD from opening up comments, and I'll be like, Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Djimon Honsou and his hopes for Black history. Given to us by Deborah Barfield from USA News. Yes, yes, yes. Crazy. All the stuff that we've been talking about. You know, we're not the only ones thinking like that. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Grand Theft Auto 5, best-selling video game ever? Agree or not? Yeah. Video games and microtransactions. WTF. Yeah, we're going to get into it. Before we do, though, y'all go ahead and take the time to greet one another. I want to thank the Rock With Me Nation for pulling up. Y'all did not have to be here. I see we got 8. Y'all know how I get. My voice is distracting. We can develop a little bit of rhythm here and everything like that. So go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Go ahead and hit that like button and everything like that. Yeah, go ahead and do that, because yeah, we gonna forget at some point in time. Also, share the video. If you got some friends, they ain't doing nothing, and yeah, go ahead and, hey man, I got a homeboy named Theo. You can call me your homeboy. Got a homeboy named Theo. He on YouTube, man. We kicking the bobo. We just talking, man. Pull on up in it. Yeah, do all that and everything like that. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. I want to make sure I greet everybody once again. Of course, we have the president of the Black Panther fan group, Kamoyo King, president of the Difficult Questions, Now Tell Them, Uncomfortable Questions. Big James is in the building. Ronnie J has pulled up, and Professor Phil fan has pulled up. King Sigma, thank you so much for pulling up. King Sigma in the building. Yeah, we in here. So, thank y'all so much for pulling up. Y'all did not have to do that. You know, we like to do a little bit of show and tell and everything like that right there, y'all. So Hasbro post stream. I don't know if you caught it on Monday. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. They dropped some stuff. Yeah, they got a new line of some action figures coming out. This comes our way, the mini comic book version and everything like that. This comes to us by Marvelous News. Now, I want to say shout out to Dave's Displaying Model Behavior. There's another dude out there and everything that I'll be following him. Viper Island, not talking about him, but a lot of action figure YouTubers out there that make it possible for me to do what I do in regards to bringing the information to you. This comes to us, though, by Jay Cochran, September 9th, 2025. Marvel Legends, September 9th, fan stream coverage. Mini Comic Book Wave 2, Secret Wars, 2-packs, and more. So here is what we are looking at. I'm just going to give you the action figures. We're looking at a Gladiator Deathbird 2-pack. The Gladiator does not come with a soft goods cake. It doesn't. But if you do not have a Gladiator figure, I know damn good well you ain't got no Deathbird, because this is the first one. If they did one, it was the toy biz. But this would be the first Marvel Legends Deathbird. I do not have a Gladiator. I don't have a Gladiator. I don't. So, and I don't have a Deathbird. Let me see what we got going on. I see Kamoyo. What you see? Let me see here. Marvel Comics need a recap on Black Panther power set and abilities and weapons, because apparently with each book they forget why we're here tonight. Because I'm right there with you, big dog. I'm right there with you, Kamoyo. I'm gonna say I'm right there with you, Nachello. So we tonight will be a brief refresher. We feel like this, you know. Hey, the writers don't know sometimes. Why? Because they're writers. They be writing other stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there to keep up with. We're the Black Panther fan group. We're the Black Panther fans. So, you know, let me help. Let me help. You know what I'm saying? But that said, that Deathbird is nice. Like, that's a comic book accurate Deathbird. Oh, thank God. The Gladiator is all right. More up-to-date build. I would tell you about the pinless joints and everything like that. But if you're a customizer, you really don't care about the pinless joints. You don't. We get it. We understand it. But I'm a customizer. I give two damns. Are they fully articulated? Yes. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees and everything like that. So yeah, I will be jumping on that. They also come with there's also a Punisher, Nick Fury. By the way, this will be going up on Amazon. It's Amazon exclusive, September 18th. Mark your calendar. Mark it twice. September 17th, pre-order date. September 18th, order date, Gladiator, and Deathbird 2-pack. After that, we have the Punisher Nick Fury Gamerverse Punisher video game 2-pack. That will be a fan channel Amazon exclusive once again. Now, Nick Fury, not to be confused with the Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury, but no, this would be the Nick Fury that we grew up with as kids. Yeah, the European dude. That's what that would be. The Punisher, now this is the damnedest thing. They just dropped the Punisher in the Bushwhacker 2-pack last year. I don't know who didn't get that Punisher. That's the best one that they got. But they're giving you another one. I'm of the mindset if folks jump on this, they're only jumping on it for the Nick Fury. If you don't have a Punisher, here you go. But if you didn't have a Punisher last year and you didn't get that 2-pack, I don't know what we was going on. It's here at the house, though. So I will be passing on this, but this pre-order goes up on September 25th. Mark your calendar, September 24th, pre-order, September 25th, order. Also, they got some other stuff here. We got, I'm just going to make sure I keep looking at this. We got some gold bars in the bullion. I don't know who's a Wolverine fan, but they have a Wolverine cosplay helmet. Yes, you can pick that up too. That's going to be dropping at some point. If you're not familiar with what that looks like, what it might entail, something like this, you'll be able to wear over your cranium. That's what that's going to be. Moving right along. If you are a Daredevil fan, it is a 2-pack. I'm thinking it's a 3-set or 1-set. The batons will be available to you. The only thing I don't like about the batons, the rope is missing. The rope is missing. I don't know what it is. Yeah, you giving me 2 batons, but and why don't the batons, while a better color, got some finish on them, right? Why they hook together the same way the batons do on the action figure? You got that little peg at the end. Somebody gonna buy it. Somebody gonna buy it. They also have the Daredevil helmet. You can cosplay as Matt Murdock. That will be what's going on there. It looks decent. I like it. It's not bad. That will be a fan channel Amazon Pulse exclusive. That'll be going up for grabs on September 16th, 2025. Make sure, because I don't think I gave y'all the Wolverine. They don't have a release date on the Wolverine yet. We're going to keep going. If you do not have a Mystique action figure, they have that coming your way along with the Aurora Outback, the Storm Out figure. That would be a Target exclusive. If you don't have a Mystique action figure, I don't. This will be going up for sale at Target September 19th. So make sure you got your calendar, September 18th, 19th. Also, we will be getting another Mysterio Marvel's Legends. This will be up for pre-order on October 10th. This will be the animated version of Mysterio from the Spider-Man animated cartoon. We've already heard what I had to say about that Super Scroll. You ain't got it? Go get it. Also, there will be a Star Fox and a Champion 2-pack that they're dropping. I don't know who asked. Did you need a champion? Anybody need a champion? Anybody? Bill Ferris. Anybody need a champion? Just asking. It's not somebody that came to my mind. I know y'all know. Star Fox. Yes, he's a member of the Avengers. I don't know who. Yes, we got the Avengers. But yeah, he's a member of the Avengers. With this, he would go nice if you got the Black Knight Cersei 2-pack, because they were all running around with the Avengers around by the time frame. I just didn't know I wanted it. I definitely don't want him in a 2-pack. Definitely. But hey, that's just me. This will be October 2nd, 2025, 1 p.m. This will be a fan channel and an Amazon Pulse exclusive. We also have Feral. X-Force. Our X-Force is getting filled out. Pharaoh will be the mini comic book wave 2 action figure. We got a Phoenix, not to be confused with Jean Grey. No. This will be Rachel. This will be Rachel. This will be Rachel. You got her. Not bad. It ain't necessary. This will be the Rachel from the Excalibur days, though. There is a Megan out there if you want to get her. There is a Captain Britain out there. There is a Kate Pride out there. I don't know if she's in the costume from Excalibur. And there's also a Nightcrawler out there. So if you're looking to complete your Excalibur team, that's it. She's it. She's it. Go ahead and do that. Theo, I won't. There's a Silver Surfer spotted. Yes, they are reissuing another Silver Surfer. This will be in the same chrome paint finish that the Shia LaBeouf Silver Surfer was with. He comes with a surfboard, and while they did not say it, I'm imagining he comes with the same size surfboard as Shia LaBeouf, and let them tell it. That surfboard was larger than any other surfboard they put out there for the Silver Surfer. Theo, no. Once you got a Silver Surfer, as far as I'm concerned, you got a Silver Surfer. Not doing it. Keeping the party rolling, moving right along. We get another Black Widow. Yes, we get another Black Widow. So if you've missed out on a Black Widow and you want one of those nicely articulated Black Widows, this would be it. Remember, the price point has went up from $24.99 to $27.99. So that is what you are looking at. I might. I got a Black Widow. She's the MCU version. Of course, we know those action figures are crap when it comes to articulation. It's just trash, complete another trash. But I might be considering what Natasha Romanoff is supposed to be able to do as a person. I might, absolutely might. But it is a nice Black Widow action figure. It comes with the, the female upper torso. You could twist it, but it also comes with the new buck that came out there with our brand new Warbird, where you can bend her over at the waist and everything like that. She comes with her patented wrist shooters, got 3 sets of those, and another set of hands as well. So, and the toes are articulated. So I might. I can't say I won't. I might. They also gave us the much ballyhooed Daredevil in black with a twist. This is not the black suited Daredevil that folks wanted. I know it ain't. No, this is Daredevil looking more or less like Charlie Cox with the black bandana, the black do-rag tied around his head and eyes and everything like that. Has a black hoodie. Actually, he has on a black sweatsuit. Black sweatsuit and some black and white sneakers. You know what? To all of my fellow action figure collectors, my heart goes out to you. I know that ain't what you asked for. I know that ain't what you asked for, big dog. I know it. I know it. I don't know what they were thinking. Then they're also giving us a beast. This would be the beast that was in his most beastly form, not to be confused with the dark beast. No, this would be the Avengers, the beast when they were wearing the black and yellow costumes and everything like that. He only had 3 fingers. You like it, I love it. I won't be doing it. You like it, I love it. I won't be doing it. I have a beast. I do. And I'm good with that. Keeping apart. And all of these action figures, just to let you know, we'll be going up a pre-order on Hasbro Pulse on September 10th. What's today's date? We also have a Marvel Legends Secret Wars retro card Iceman that'll be coming out. Comes with a little shield and everything like that. Some ice effects, a little bit of a ice sled. This will be the first Bobby Drake Iceman that Marvel Legends has given us that has like the little ice sled to it and everything like that. It ain't bad. I do have an Iceman action figure. I have the Age of Apocalypse Iceman, which has more of that blue hint to it. I might. I might. I might. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. I might. I absolutely might. Let's see here, and I want to make sure I tell y'all when that's supposed to be dropping to see if they give us any dates here. No dates yet. I will keep you posted. Oh, here we go. October 7th, 2025. 1 p.m. That will be a fan channel, Amazon, Hasbro Pulse exclusive. You jump on that. Hey, if you don't have you a Bobby Drake Iceman, I ain't saying, I'm just saying. So with that being topic number 1, let me get on back up here and keep up with these notes and everything like that, because I do not want to be a rude host. I was raised better than that. I was raised better than that. Here we go. Marvel Comics need lead. No, we already did that one already. Gladiator and Deathbird. This is perfect for the Imperial event right now. I might spend some change and recreate Imperial. I like that. And I tell them I like that. I like that. This comes from Ronnie. I can't care about that Hasbro because I'm still waiting on them to drop Miss Dr. Eve Al Ewing version of Black Panther and Brian Hill's Ultimate Black Panther. I need those 2 action figures right now. You know what I feel that, Big Ronnie? I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. That would be a great 2-pack. It would be. It would be. What I can tell you is that as comic book collectors, we know more about those 2 versions of Black Panther than the action figure collectors do. And with that being what that is, I like them. What I know about them as far as like how they present stuff and everything. But I cannot say to you that those that be at the Hasbro Pulse, Dan and the other guy, I can't say they know as much as you do when it comes to comic books. I love to, but it's been some questionable decisions made. And I don't, if you are a comic book fan, there are certain quality control issues. Here we go. Prime example, that X Factor version of Jean Grey that they just released. Everybody said the same damn thing. If you're a comic book fan, why doesn't she have her yellow boots? I get it. They don't do boot cuts on the female action figures. The hell that got to do with her having yellow boots? Don't put that out there and act like I ain't seeing that and think that might not stop me. I don't want to have, if I got to add yellow boots to the action figure, she cannot be $24.99. I should not have to do your job for you. So I would love it. What I can tell you is this, having looked at the issue, and I'm just going to turn around here and shout out once again to Artman Customs. This is what makes being an action figure collector all the fun in the world. Being an action figure collector that also reads the comic books. And I just want to take this time one more time to take my victory lap, because it still bothers me that folks want to accuse the Rock Whitney Nation of begging for stuff. We don't beg for a damn thing. I'm loving the fact that we could look at this, be so inspired by the story. Want to make sure I give her props, Dr. Eve Ewing, and the artwork, that we reach out to one another. We have a network and say, hey, let me get that. All we're missing right now is a soft goods cake, which I'm pretty sure if my wife wanted to do it or we wanted to do it, we could find it. But we have this action figure, and we didn't wait on anybody. We didn't wait on anybody to give it to us. No, we did not. And watch this. If see this me, and this is why, I don't want to do this part right here, but I see other YouTubers doing it, so I'm going to start asking for it as well. Y'all do what y'all can to help the channel grow. Send finances to the channel. What we do with the money is just reinvest it. We do. If we're looking at where I'm at financially, I don't get paid from YouTube every month. We should, because those funds allow us to get this shield from Artman Custom. See, the money that YouTube, it go right back into it. The money that YouTube provides, it allows us to get a head sculpt or badge, because what I have to do is I have to commission it. Once I commission it, then it's available for everybody else to purchase. But I'm paying for the upfront cost. That means Artman Customs is going to charge me to make it. Then he's going to charge me to sell it to me, as he should. But you, as the consumer, a Black Panther fan, you're just paying for him to make it for you. You're not paying for the setup costs and everything like that. It'd be no different than if you went to go have t-shirts made. So what I would say to you is this. I'm probably going to hit Art Man Customs up and ask to see if, and I believe he could do it, a head sculpt of Ultimate Black Panther. That would allow you to do different things. And that brother is detailed. He ain't going to just make it. He going to paint it. So you're going to have you something that you want. But that is why we do what we do at this channel. So I'm just asking, trying to encourage us to do what we can to help the channel grow, to help the channel be financially prosperous, because it's not like we don't see the benefits from it. No, we do. So while we would like this from Hasbro, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting. I wish, but nah. We're not gonna wait on that. But I feel you, Big Ronnie. I feel you. Keeping up, Hasbro needs to give us all the 1 million BC Avengers. That will sell out. I like where your cranium at, where your cerebellum is at. It will sell out. It would absolutely, and when I say sell out, what I mean is that if Dan them do a reveal of the 1 million BC Avengers, folks will buy that entire wave. That entire wave. Let me see who I got. I got Agamotto. I got Starbrand that looked like a Red Hulk. I got Odin Borson. I got a Ghost Rider that's on a mammoth. Because I'm looking at money right now, because I'm like, oh, if the mammoth is a builder figure, oh Lord Jesus have mercy. Because we ain't got to make this no deluxe pack. But should you choose? Oh man, damn. Then we got the Phoenix Force, the very first Phoenix. Then I think it's an Iron Fist. And then I got Mosi. Mosi, Iron Fist, Odin, Agamotto, Starbrand, Phoenix, and Ghost Rider. I can't do nothing with 7. That's 7 action figures. And because of the scopes involved, my friend Dave told me it's always the people with the ideas that ain't got no money. Keeping the party rolling. Here we go. We got this from Gray. What is going on, Gray? King Signal said they could have given us Ghost Light instead of another Silver Surfer, almost like Hasbro has something against black characters. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. You know why I think this Silver Surfer came out? Because nobody wanted that Shiloh ball. But hey, it did sell out. I don't know. Low key, what I can tell you, King Sigma, is that we started looking at it. Myself, Kamoyo, and my brother Daryl, we started looking at it as the glass being half full as opposed to being half empty. We're like, oh, you don't want no money? Cool. We'll spend it on some other stuff. What? Yeah. Thank you. I can go customize some other black action figures because I got Prodigy. I got Sync. I got what's my boy name and everything like that. I want to make sure my brother that can teleport and everything like that. I'm forgetting his name right now, but I got him. Like I got them 3 right there. I would love to say Marvel give it to me. Now I'm not waiting on y'all. I'm not waiting on y'all. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. As Chadwick Boseman said, time hit differently. I'm paraphrasing. I ain't got time to wait on Marvel. I don't want nobody doing something for me that they don't want to do. Clearly, they don't see me spending money like that. They don't think folks would be interested in characters look like me. Oh well. But yeah, so we got, but you, yeah, we're working on something. Me, Kamoyo, and Daryl and Diabolical. We thinking the same way you think. There's a problem. There's a lane that needs to be filled, and that lane been needing to fill damn near since we've been alive. So hopefully we can do something about that. Silent up the bad taste in the mouth, so they had to give you a NORAD, just like how you got T'Challa and the Hot Tooth doing Wakanda Forever. Y'all like Theo? What he just said. What he just said. Because if you sitting there, here's what you should have got. You should have got another Dora. You did, but you didn't get no different head sculpts. You didn't even get the head sculpt from the young lady, Anika. You didn't even get Anika's head sculpt. The first time they released the Doors, though, you got 3 head sculpts. So you can army build. They should have did the same damn thing with M'Baku. You already had an M'Baku. They should have released that M'Baku with 3 head sculpts. M'Baku and 2 other random Jabars. They didn't do that. That would have been synergy. No, what they did was this. Realizing the toy company, brilliant move, by the way, realizing that the film was alienating men. Oh, we still need that money. Because we've been wanting a Hot Tooth. You ain't seen no Hot Tooth in Black Panther 2. They told you who Nakia was. No, she's not. But even if she was, you ain't find it interesting. They released they released a male Hot Tooth action figure. You know why they won't release a female Hot Tooth action figure? Because they know we know better. The same reason why they won't release a male Dora Milaje. They know we know better. Keeping up with the notes, though, keeping up. The Eve and T'Challa is called King Without a Throne. That makes sense. That makes sense. I just pre-ordered the 6 available. I'm waiting for the Deathbird and Gladiator. Bam. There you go. See how we do it? Hey, sharing is caring. If you know what's gross, we share because we care. That's what that is. I get that set in the current Avengers plus Thor. See, stay right there because we're gonna keep the toy. We're gonna stay right here in the toys. S. Jaddy says, I like the idea of Avengers 1 million BC, but I would have said it like 10 million years ago. 1 million is too long ago. Well, S. Jaddix, that team is there. Both of them. So they could give you 1 million BC, but then they could also give you that second team with Gale and the Honda on it. You come on, don't do that. See how you heard me? You heard me because I'm like, I know you knew that team was out there. I know you knew that team was out there. So there would be no reason for you to say I would have said it. They did say it. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. You can make anything sell out with a low enough production run, but merch like action figures is always useful to know who actually sells. Yeah, well, you say you can make anything sell. No, they can't. No, they can't. No, they can't. I don't know where you consider yourself at as far as an action figure collector, but if it's trash, it's trash. We don't give a damn how many you made. Because we're gonna talk. It's trash, it's trash. You could have made 10. All 10 of them would be at ours. That articulation ain't there. That quality control is there. Backstory don't make no damn sense. It's gonna sit right there, Ollie. Honestly, I prefer customizing. That way you get exactly what you want. Damn, right there. I've been looking at some figures to customize. Most of myself. Absolutely. That Batman from the Frozen. Not bad. That King Grayskull, the brother. Not bad. Shake my head. Them Valkyries aren't gender inclusively Dora and Honsou shouldn't be different. Yeah, absolutely. Moving right along though, Hasbro. While we got your attention, money. Come on now, it's September. We got enough time. Please tag Hasbro in this. Tag Hasbro in this. Tag every action figure collector whom you watch on YouTube. Because listen, we can do this. We can do this. We can get this. We can do this. We can get this. Like, get excited right now. Like, go tag everybody. I get it. Hasbro Marvel Legends. We ain't really had a Haslab in a minute. There's a Haslab out there, but it's all about timing. There's a Haslab out there that is what I like to refer to as the end game or checkmate. Now, what we need to do is make sure you get it before, because you got folks nipping at your heels, before Ramen Toys jumps on it. Before Valorverse jumps on it. Because they're not going to do it for the price you going to do it, because they're not going to do everything with it that you going to do, which, by the way, you really don't have to do all that. Tax season. I'm saying tax season because this damn thing going to cost some money. But everybody going to buy it. You ain't got to wait for backing. Oh, no. You know how folks like to knock Haslab and everything? Yes, I'm talking about one guy in particular who ain't ever got anything good to say about Haslab. Well, he will shut up on this one. The price point will be there. The quality, because I've seen what you do with G.I. Joe and everything like that, it's going to be there. This is the checkmate of all vehicles when it comes to action figure collectors, especially those of us that love Marvel Legends. This vehicle can be used whether we're talking superheroes. This vehicle can be used whether we're talking Valorverse. This vehicle can be used, honestly, especially when you look at Jed McKay's latest issue of Avengers, issue 30. It can be used for any superhero team. Hell, G.I. Joe could use it. S.H.I.E.L.D. could definitely use it. Hell, shout out to Todd. The Quin Jet. The Quin Jet. Damn it, I'm tired of, listen, I don't know what y'all got going on. The Quin Jet. Tax season. I say tax season because everybody got money tax season. And damn it, it's going to be a pre-order. And what we probably looking at? $350? $4? Oh, yeah, you need to do that during tax season. Yes. You need to drop that Haslab February 15th and keep it open till April 15th. Or April 21st. That's my birthday. I prefer that. But you can't miss an Avengers Quin Jet that seats 8. You can't miss. You do it during tax season. Even broke folks got money. And I don't know one Marvel Legends action figure collector that does not want a damn Quin Jet. Scared money don't make no money. Scared. I'm telling you right now, make tax season. Tag them. Tag them. Go tag Dan. Manny? Go tag Manny. Articulated Ninja. I don't mess with him no more. Go get him. You know what? Yeah, go get him because he'll buy it too. Yeah. Dan and Dave Neal over there on Twitter, X. Damn it. February 15th. Haslab. Avengers Quin Jet. It need to be wide enough where I could sit, clench, sky cycle in the middle of it. Yep. And I need to have 2 up front, and I need to be able to sit 4 on each side. Specs. Let's start. Let's make it do what it do. What we say here with the Rock With Me Nation. We don't wait. We don't wait. We don't wait. Come on now. Come on now. I need that. I need that. I need that. You cannot go wrong. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. It's a timing thing. You can't go wrong. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about what I just said in the comment section. Manifold, appreciate that, Nightella. Appreciate that. Let's see. The only cat, let me see. The only character that I want from 1 million BC Avengers is mostly, but I call him Wakanda, aka the first Black Panther in history. And I just been okay, that's what I'm talking about. Also, Hasbro needs to give us the Wakanda Hulkbuster. Hey, one thing at a time. one thing at a time. Plus, we could probably get that Hulkbuster. You have to talk to me and Daryl offline, and me, Daryl, and Kamoya offline. We be working on some stuff. But watch this. You low key already got the Wakanda Hulkbuster. It's just red and gold. You said you already got it. It's just red and gold. All you need is for what? The head sculpt to change? Well, we know somebody for that. We know somebody for that. We know somebody for that. Yeah, one thing. Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you already got it. We just need to change the head sculpt. We got somebody for that. We just, like I said, that's the things that scared money don't make no money, and that's what's needed. We got the knowledge. We can't necessarily say Hasbro cares, but we do have access to people that will make the things that we want, whereas we don't have to wait on Hasbro. That's what that is. We don't have to wait on them. So we didn't wait on them for the shield. We didn't wait on them for Queen Mother Ramunda, the head sculpt for Queen Mother Ramunda. Shout out to Artman Customs. He had already did that. Shout out to my brother Chad for putting me up on that. We didn't wait on him for the head sculpt of Bass. So let's do what we got to do to keep the channel funded, to keep the channel financially stable, because ain't nobody else thinking about getting that stuff. Ain't thinking about asking for it. Ain't thinking about sharing it so everybody can have it. So let's make sure we do what that said. Got Hulkbuster at the house. There you go. There you go. That all you need. Let me black. Let me get some purple paint, some purple accent, maybe a little bit of gold, maybe a little bit of silver and everything like that. Let me hit up Artman Customs and see what he gonna do. Send him a picture. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Moving right along though, because I did want to talk about that Quin Jet. Let's not sit on our laurels. It is September. The numbers going backwards, which I don't understand. We were at 1320. We back to 1318. I don't know how that's doing. Drop new content and lose folks. That's great. But let's make sure we got 1,318. Let's let Hasbro know what we want. They right over there on Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, Facebook. Hell, if you got a YouTube account, do a YouTube video. Let them know. We need that. We need that. We back in that. We drop it during tax season. We need that. We back in that. And tax season, you never know. Some folks might wind up getting two. So let's make it do what it's gonna do. But I'm gonna keep up with these notes, and we're gonna shift gears real quick. I want to thank y'all once again for pulling up. Y'all didn't have to do that. Hopefully we are all having fun here. What is our next topic that we got going on? We went over Hasbro Marvel Legends, the new Super Scrub, or no, that ain't what that was. Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane has blessed us. I got an announcement. I cannot remember the brother's name. JC Toys. JC Toys on YouTube. He let it be known that later on this year, Todd McFarlane will be dropping another wave of action figures. And one of those action figures, what's going on, Black Claw? What's going on? One of those action figures is one we have been looking for, asking for, talking about for a long time now. It is the classic static action figure. Yes, the original Milestone version when Dwayne McDuffie was here and everything like that with the baseball cap. That action figure will be dropping sometime fall. It says fall 2025. So when I know, I will let you know. Yes. I'm excited for that one. Kamoyo had been talking about that and everything. Sent the picture to him and my brother there a few days ago. That's gonna be there. That is absolutely gonna be there. What else we got here? Making sure we're keeping up with it. We talked about the latest Hasbro Marvel Legends, the Quin Jet. tax season, tax season, tax season. And Todd McFarlane, that's static. Don't have a specific date. It just says fall of 2025. Shifting gears real quick. This comes our way. Make sure I do my due diligence here. And once again, I want to thank y'all so much for pulling up. This comes to us from Screen Rant. Why the MCU's most infamous movie is such a missed opportunity. I say, let me take a look at this. So I want to know what movie they was talking about. I was like, and this comes to us by Richard Craig about 10 hours ago. Starts off like this. This article is part of MCU Ranking Week on Screen Rant, cool, during which we're rolling out our official ranking of all 37 Marvel Studio movies. We're also diving deep into the MCU franchise and the films themselves. Check out our MCU ranking week launch article to find out more. Screen Rant, y'all don't want to holler at your boy? Eternals was one of the MCU's biggest flops, but it didn't need to be. That's true. I'm going to say it didn't need to be for a completely different reason, but I digress. Directed by Academy Award winner Chloe Zhao with a star-studded ensemble. You feel like you got to load up the movie because you don't have any faith in the writing. With a star-studded ensemble, Eternals was positioned as a bold new direction for the MCU timeline. Yet, despite the promise of a sprawling cosmic lore and striking visuals, Eternals ended up as one of the MCU's most divisive entries. You didn't ask yourself why? Eternals brought the eponymous trope of ancient aliens tasked with protecting Earth to life. Despite its promise, Eternals flopped at the box office and among critics. However, when examined closer, it's clear that Eternals had all the ingredients to be a great superhero film. It just got bogged down by the expectations and restrictions of the MCU. Are you sure? Because there's quite a few ways to take that. It got bogged down with the expectations and restrictions of the MCU. I would say it got bogged down with the restrictions of the MCU, as in no comic book knowledge. I don't know why folks keep doing stuff like this and keep ducking and you're a writer, big dog. Doesn't your article have to make sense for me to lock into it? The Eternals made no sense from a writing standpoint, but I could keep reading the article. Here's what they should have done. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Mind you, this movie was greenlit and fast-tracked by one Nate Moore, Alpha Flight. I just want us as comic book fans to sit back and think, yeah, we know it's some mutants on the team, but just like we did with Wanda and Pietro, we ain't got to call them mutants. No, we don't. We ain't got to pander to everybody like we did because Nate Moore was clearly pandering because the Eternals are white. That whole star-studded cast, that should have been over there with Alpha Flight. Oh, let's see. Who should have played Walter Lankowski? Maybe we could have got Windshear. Somebody would have been pressed to, I don't know, get in superhero shape to play Windshear. That's a brother. Yeah, right there. We didn't even have to make folks gay. Oh, no. There's already a gay male character on Alpha Flight. Yeah, we ain't got to make it up. We ain't got to pander to folks, and we ain't got to make the team diverse just so we wanted to appeal to folks because comic book fans aren't buying it. Comic book fans. I'm not talking about comic book fans that are idiots because there's a few of them out there and they know who they are. No, I'm talking about comic book fans that love and appreciate the source material. You can't pander to me by giving me a black movie that doesn't honor the source material. You can't pander to somebody that's got respect for everybody by giving us a damn diverse movie that, one, shouldn't be that way. Two, it doesn't respect the source material. And we keep ducking and dodging. You know what it is? It's crazy. This is one of them things that I talked about the other day in regards to respect for media, how they give this person over here a pass for not doing something, giving him an excuse for not being able to do something, while praising this dude over here for being able to do it. It's writing. Y'all keep glazing over the fact that it's piss poor writing. Why? Because we're afraid to tell the dude his story suck. They've lost 160 million. I'm sorry, 610 million over the past 2 years. It's the story. The stories suck. That's why other movies are able to get out there, get made, and ain't even spending the money on the budget that the MCU do, because they respect the source material. And it's way too many well-respected journalists seemingly afraid to tell. You know what it's like? It's like being able to afraid. It's like you living in Dallas. You pay your taxes. You got your home. You spend money to support the Dallas Cowboys. And it's like you being a Dallas Cowboy fan, afraid to tell Jerry Jones it's his fault the team suck. No, let it. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's been your fault. We ain't been back to the Super Bowl. Hold him accountable. Other than that, if you don't, you're enabling Jerry Jones to keep doing what he's been doing. And Jerry Jones don't feel like he's ever been wrong. And he's been wrong quite a few times in regards to the Dallas Cowboys. Same thing over here. Same thing over there. Listen, you can cap for them all day long. You're going to keep getting what you get. Don't look at me, because I told you a long time ago, no T'Challa, no dollar. But now let's be clear. I'm not one to spend my money on bad writing. I'm not. So they could have recast T'Challa. That didn't mean I would have felt inclined to watch every MCU movie after that. No, if it's trash, it's trash. Keeping up with the notes though, because that's what that was. I was like, I don't know what you got going on, but hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. Let's see who all we got in here. We got 9 watching. Thank y'all so much for doing that. Y'all did not have to. We understand that it is Wednesday, just like Inhumans. Eternal has interesting lore. It does. That movie was ass. It was. The MCU ruined Inhumans at the height of the Infinity Saga. You did. You got some indigenous representation with Alpha Flight all day, every day, twice on Saturday. They ain't got to force it. They gave us Eternals after Thanos died, like killing Apocalypse before X-Men. Bam. Shout out to Black Claw. Saw you pull up, big dog. Thank you so much for joining. But that's it. What he said. They gave us Eternals after Thanos died, like killing Apocalypse before X-Men. Thank you, because folks swear we don't know. And I'm gonna shift gears real quick, because I want to thank you so much for that. I really, really do. Because that D. Steezel and Gray, while they don't hog the limelight, are some of the most knowledgeable members in the Rock With Me Nation. They read comic books. And so it always amazes me, and you heard me allude to this before on the channel, even when Dale and I do our lives. I know Kamoyo has heard me say it. It's way too many folks think black folks don't know. Way too many. And some of those folks are even us. We don't think we read. We don't think we know. We don't think we're capable of understanding the printed word, retaining knowledge and everything like that. Honestly, it's getting to the point where, and maybe I don't even want to open up comments no more. Like I don't, because folks are uncomfortable. And if you are someone that's in this space and you join groups and everything like that, whether they be comic book groups or action figure groups, folks feel uncomfortable if we know too much. That's when the insults come. That's when the micro racial aggression comes. It's like, ah, damn, I can't read comics like, I can't just enjoy it like you do. Even when we're talking about action figures, you can't enjoy that because somebody's gonna get mad. You as a black person own something they don't. The football action figures, they've been out. They've been out. But maybe because in this atmosphere, this stratosphere, I'm one of the first. Oh, it's a problem. They've been out for 4 months. It's other collectors out there that actually have this action figure. I ain't the first. I'm the next one. But we can't own stuff like that. I'm not gonna say it's challenging. What I will say is that it's low-key frustrating because what you're wanting to do is share the knowledge. What you're wanting to do is just share. That's what we want to do. But you can't get no kudos, and not like you're looking for kudos. But what's the thing that we say? If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. If you don't have anything good to say, just don't say nothing. Alpha Flight, The Eternals, going back to that movie would have made too much sense at the time. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking. And maybe it's one of them things where, cause I'm saying it. And when I say cause I'm saying it, cause one of us saying it. But Nate Moore, the red flag. We don't hire folks that know the comics. We doing cliff notes and things like that. Alpha Flight. The box set for Alpha Flight is damn near $200. We don't think comic book fans would jump at the chance to buy an Alpha Flight brand new, articulated, pinless joints after they see the movie. You got Hasbro, the toy company, struggling right now, having to move their headquarters after 2 large layoffs over the past 3 years. MCU action figures don't really do that well. But damn it, come on now. An Alpha Flight box set. I got Aurora, I got North Star. I got Shaman, and I got his daughter. That's 4. Ain't none of them white. I got a gay man. I got a woman that suffers from personality disorder issues. And I got a father and daughter. Yep. And I got a husband and wife, guardian and vindicator. Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy. Good Lord, have mercy. Oh, I got a doctor who used to be a football player. And that, oh, man, damn, really? All the backstory. I ain't got to say mutant not one damn time. Not one. I got a short dude. I got a dude shorter and just as hairy as Logan. Action figure. That's printed money. Mariner, the young lady that Namor alien, that Namor wind up getting with, that's printed money. Those action figures right now cost an arm and a leg for anybody that wants to buy that team. But damn, let's think about it. So, and we ain't got to race swap nobody, because that team is diverse as hell, racially diverse. It's got ties to the X-Men. So you would have had comic book fans going to see that movie anticipating the X-Men and Alpha Flight linking up, because we knew you was going to get the X-Men back. You didn't have that faith in yourself? That's the moneymaker. What we not talking about? The fact that Kevin Feige is still announcing projects and ain't got Alpha Flight on his radar. You say you want to be all-inclusive. The most all-inclusive team, because it ain't the X-Men, the most all-inclusive team you ain't mentioned yet. Your stands ain't mentioned yet. None of your supporters have it because they don't read comics. That's the money, though. Now, here's where I'm at with it. And I'm going to go ahead and say it like this. See, this is where Big Bank take Little Bank. See, at the Rock With Me Nation, we say we got Marvel at the house. I talk to the Rock With Me Nation. We do stuff for a reason. Don't let me get them first. That'll be another thing that folks will feel some type of way about, because I will be a black man that's actually showing he got the complete Alpha Flight set. It'll belong to the Rock With Me Nation. It will. But that's gonna be that thing though that has other folks upset you. Like I said, I'm starting to feel a little bit of PTSD from opening up comments, because more often than not, the more you got, the more negativity want to come. I ain't got it like that. I ain't got it like that. That's causing me not to even want to open up my comments. Let me keep the party rolling though. Let me see here. We're at 8:03. That's good. That's good. About 3 minutes. We've been in for about an hour. That's what it is. That's what Grand Madam Tarot has pulled up. My spiritual advisor. Not to mention they gave us Adam Warlock after Infinity War in May. Yeah. These Steezer says Alpha Flight and Excalibur are underrated teams. Absolutely, they are. Absolutely. Let's see here. Yeah, D Steezer, that is the perfect analogy. So yeah, I don't know why that ain't on your radar. I don't know why you ain't mentioned it. You got the X-Men and you never mind. That's the toy company, that's the comic book company, because we want an Alpha Flight ongoing series. You ain't gave it to never mind. Keeping the party rolling though, we gonna move right along. Y'all did not have to pull up. But yeah, I just wanted to address those things in regards to Alpha Flight versus the Eternal. That would be business sense and comic book sense. I don't think you're not gonna know if you ain't got comic book fans though. You're not gonna know the significance of Alpha Flight from a business perspective or from a storytelling perspective if you don't have comic book fans. No, if you had comic book fans, MCU, that movie would sell out. You would bring Canada into the market. You would have Canadians proudly buying Alpha Flight action figures because that's a Canadian team. Yeah, you'd have had all that synergy. Somebody got to know the stories to be able to get you there, though. All right, you know what? Let's go here. Aesthetics like this. Felt like we needed to do this because Mother Mindset, folks really don't know. Folks then forgot. We read stories. We had some comic books come out, right? Not this week because my brother and I reduced our tracks. But we did have Avengers 29. We have Avengers 30. Right. You got Imperial, right? You got Imperial War, Black Panther. Right. Well, felt like, all things being said, because this ain't everybody's favorite character. It's not. And you'll have folks that argue with you all day long without even looking up your favorite character. They just know their favorite character. But we don't do that here over with the Rock With Me Nation. No, we know quite a few characters, including our own. But I felt like it was pertinent to go over our favorite characters, powers, and abilities. So we know them. Those of us that don't know them, aren't sure, we can have them. I've seen some of us that are Black Panther fans, not necessarily know. So I want to get this. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm going to be substituting some words just because we've seen the feats of the character. And so when somebody will say peak human, I'm going to say superhuman. Because Usain Bolt not doing that. Yeah. See, Brock Lesnar would be a peak human. He not doing that. He not. So peak human, when I think of a peak human, that's triathlete. That's what a peak human is to me. If he doing some stuff that triathlete can't do, he's superhuman. It's not up for debate. It's not open for, it's not. This is my channel. I'm staying right here. So, powers. Got Maxine in the building. What's going on? One of the head doors herself. Maxine is in the building. You say X-Men have the most diverse teams in comics. I don't know if I can say that. Say Theo. No, let's think about it. We're saying the X-Men have one of the most diverse teams in the comic. Do we know how many X-Men are out there? When we make that statement, let's especially go back to the age of Krakoa. The majority, more than 50%, are not people of color. They're not. They're not. I know how it looked, but no, you know the characters of color. You do, and you're not getting to 100, but it's thousands. And because if you're a mutant, you're X-Men. If you're a mutant, you're X-Men. That's what that is. So characters of color, significantly small when you think about, and let's watch this. The only way that number changes, and this is when folks will get mad, because we're knowledgeable. The way that number changes and the way that number is correct when you say it is if we take Arakko into consideration. Say, Theo, don't nobody want to have that conversation though, because who was all on Arakko? The children of Apocalypse. And Apocalypse, I know folks want to say he great. No. In Abin-Sur is from Egypt. No, we're not doing that. No. In Sabanur is from Egypt. And Egypt is on the continent of Africa. His wife is, and don't nobody want to say it. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna do that. That's the only way that's true. And even within, they didn't want to write. They didn't want to write the children of Arakko like that. Damn it, death. No. Apocalypse son, the one that can't take off his helmet. If anybody want to say somebody black, that dude black. You can't tell that dude's silhouette from his actual physical form. Come on, your ex. Yeah. I ain't trying to be funny when you just look at it. Because we know who we know. That's what that is. We know who we know. That's a small number. That's a small number. That number ain't that big. We want it to be. We feel like that number ain't that big. It's no excuse for why we couldn't get them, though. But that number ain't that big. That number ain't that big at all. It ain't. I wish it was bigger than that. I want to say it's one of them things where you actually buying the action figures, you actually see it for what it is. You're like, God damn. But anyway, I ain't gonna belabor the point with that one. Let's get over here to T'Challa's point, powers. Like I said, I want to go ahead and let y'all know right off the rip. I'm going to be substituting superhuman for peak human. Not doing that. Divine empowerment. I've told folks, you probably told folks, T'Challa has a whole God watching over him. She's made statements in regard, I chose you from the womb. We know what that is. She's fought Mephisto on behalf of it. We've seen her participate in the God War and everything. She divine empowerment. Originally enhanced by the heart-shaped herb, which granted him to have super soldier power. Super. It didn't say enhanced. Super. Didn't say an enhanced soldier. Said super. Super. Okay, all right. Which granted him to have super soldier powers. Cap, him, cap, cap, him, cap. Cap, him, cap. So you see the similarities there, right? Okay, cool. His body is enhanced to superhuman physical perfection. Yeah, they wanted me to say enhanced. Superhuman. Superhuman. He has a superhuman healing factor. It ain't as fast as Logan's. It works. It ain't my healing factor. It's not enhanced. Oh no. It's superhuman. Right. He was given additional powers. Superhuman. By the goddess Bast. When he became the king of the dead. Never took him back. There is nothing written out there where those abilities have been rescinded. Nothing. We got Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. He got on the Infinity Gauntlet. He used some dead warriors to take on Doom. When ain't nobody said that. Nope, we didn't get that in Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. Nobody said it didn't exist in JR's run. Nobody said it didn't exist in Dr. Eve Ewing's run. Miss Shirley Eaton, she didn't touch it. She didn't touch it. Let's see here. Jed McKay. We got him in what? In the no, nobody. No, nobody. Let me keep up with these notes. Wait a minute. I just realized something. The only reason T'Challa should have beef with Steve Rogers is because he has super soldier abilities, only can be given a heart-shaped herb. Actually, he shouldn't have no beef with Steve Rogers. Somebody wrote that. And I don't know why. Because Steve respects T'Challa. I don't know why somebody wrote it like that. Have any of the writers called T'Challa and Avatar a bash? Not for, nope. Nope. And no. No, they have not. That's why I said we're gonna do this tonight. Write it down. Take notes. Save this to your favorites. We're gonna do it tonight. Black Panther. Okay, let me make sure I keep this. He was given additional powers by the goddess Bast when he became the king of the dead. This blessing seems to have restored him to the same power levels which he possessed as the chosen Black Panther. Aside from his senses, T'Challa's natural strength, speed, agility, durability, healing, stamina, and reflexes have all been augmented to superhuman degree. Yeah, because the dude didn't wrestle down rhinos, and I don't see Usain Bolt wrestling no rhino. Mark Henry, who is billed as the strongest man in the world, I don't see Mark Henry wrestling no charging rhino. That's the strongest man in the world. T'Challa did it not once, but twice. So we not peak. See, Mark Henry would be peak human. Yeah, that's peak human strength. Mark Henry. T'Challa doing more than that. That's superhuman. All right. Let's keep going. Black Panther knowledge. After being crowned king of the dead, an ability, as I stated, nobody has taken away. T'Challa has the power to draw. Think about this for a second. Because who we struggling with? How many Black Panthers came before T'Challa? After being crowned king of the dead, T'Challa has the power to draw all the knowledge, strength, and experience from every previous Black Panther. Who won it? Who we boxing with? Because I go all the way back to 1 million BC and I got the strength of him and everybody up to me currently. Who we boxing? Who won it? That and the heart-shaped herb. Who won it? Who want these fisticuffs? Who want the smoke? Did you see what I did? You want me to read that again? I will. After being crowned king of the dead, T'Challa has the power to draw all the knowledge, strength, and every experience from every previous Black Panther. You want me to put hands on you? So do we think Cap can go toe-to-toe physically with T'Challa? Can he throw hands with T'Challa? You throwing hands with who? I'm drawing on the strength, going all the way back to Mosi. Do you know how strong I am? Do you know how strong I am? I got, watch this. I got Mamadou Fall strength running through me. I got Takanda the Wall strength running through me. And you said you chose me from birth. I'm the only one got that. And he been had it since she made him king of the dead. So what is Steve doing? Putting hands on who? If you don't know, it ain't nobody else's responsibility to know. It's ours. It's ours. That ain't changed. That's right there. That's why I sit there and I've been looking like this. I know my character's abilities and I know your character's abilities. You don't know my character's abilities because you don't like my character like that. What make you think I don't like your character? Right. Let me keep up with it, though. I want to keep up with these notes because we're going to enjoy this right here. Let's see here. Have any other writer that comes from the lovely Grand Madam Tarot? She asked a question about was he ever called the Avatar? Nope. I think maybe once or twice, but it hasn't been anything done recently, Grand Madam. Just being honest with you, it ain't been something that's being done recently. Let's see here. Ronnie says, okay, he realized that. We talked about that. D. Steven says Black, Indigenous, Asian, Arab, mutants, etc. Right. But when you say that, Steve, look at the number in comparison to everybody else. See, when you say that, this is thousands of them. But the number that you're describing is small in comparison. Now, I didn't say it didn't exist. I didn't say it didn't exist. But you cannot give me the names of 10 Arabian mutants. You can give me the names of 10 mutants of color, but you cannot give me the names of 10, or you cannot give me the names of 10. Daryl that gave him a name, but you cannot give me the names of 10 Native American mutants. And that's a problem. And we ain't really giving no shine to the ones we know. That's what I'm saying. That number is small in comparison. I almost want to say it like this. If I got 10 people and I got one person of color who checks off all the boxes, that person of color is a female. That person of color is also a member of the LGBTQ plus, and everybody else is white, regardless of who they are, regardless of whether or not I got them looking like an alien or not, because aliens aren't people of color. And we don't, that number's small. That number's small. When you looked at the X-Men, the team that Cyclops had in Alaska, how many mutants you saw on that team that looked like you? One. Where was everybody else? It's diverse as hell, but where were they at? We didn't even see James Proudstar. Didn't see his brother John. We went to NYC. What did they give us? Prodigy. And a mutant that nobody asked for. A dude that was a Morlock, blonde hair, and he green. So, but when you look at Alpha Flight in comparison, stay right there. Because even if we look at giant size X-Men, Aurora and John Proudstar. See. But when you look at Alpha Flight, well, damn. You got Heather and Jean. I'm sorry, you got Heather and you got a husband. You got John Proudstar and his daughter. Because all I got, Heather, her husband, and Puck. That's it. So that's all I got. I got Michael 2 Youngman, his daughter. I got Aurora and North Star. I got 4 characters off the rip. 4 out of 7. That ain't white. Windshear, that would be 8 out of 7. Am I missing somebody? Yeah, because I didn't say Mariner. That's 9. I mean, that's how Mariner, North Star, Aurora, John Proudstar and his daughter, Windshear. Now that's 6 out of 9. That's diverse as hell. And I ain't forcing it. That's diverse as hell, and I ain't forcing it. That's diversity. I get it, I understand it, and I ain't disagreeing with it. But when you know the numbers of all those other characters out there, especially action figures, the action figures tell it. The action figures alone tell it. So, but I don't want to belabor that point. Which makes no sense to why T'Challa is fighting the zombie Avengers when he should have the ability to command them like he did in Secret Wars. Not tell him for the win. Because I said the same thing. I don't know why he tripping. This dude is the king of the dead. Hey, y'all stop. Let's see. Kamoyo says, T'Challa would have been with Steve to an extent because of what Americans do around the world. Yeah. Let's see here. Cheryl brought him back to bash. She absolutely did. DC's hot take. King of the Dead is a far more interesting concept than being emperor in space. It's definitely a how can I put it? It's something to explore because we haven't. Jonathan Hickman brought it up during the Secret Wars. We ain't done anything with it since then. So you're right. It would be interesting. King of the Dead. Okay. Well, how does that play out with him going against King Cadaver? I want to see that. But Black Panther fans is what we have to be to know that. T'Challa, let me see. Every X team has mostly white. Like I said, we saw that run. And what did not CB Sabolsky? What did the boy say? Brevoort. We don't have any pertinent black male mutants, relevant black male mutants. Damn near all them titles was white. Like we went back. We got the most diversity, and this is me. And once again, we probably need to thank the dude that's doing Imperial right now. Jonathan Hickman gave us our most diverse representation of the X-Men in comic book history, bar none. The Age of Krakoa, which is why I fell back in love. I was like, oh Lord, good. Look at all this right here. Look at all this melanization right here. Look at all this right here yonder. And everybody partying like a rock star on the whole damn island. I was like, yes, Lord. Yeah, Lord. Everybody getting along. That's what folks act like. That ain't what we want. No, everybody and their mama was getting along with nobody tripping or nothing. Jonathan Hickman gave us our most diverse representation of the X-Men, period. And somewhere along the line, I guess somebody at Marvel Comics heard the word woke and DEI and dialed it all the way to damn back. Well, you're going to dial back them sales too. King of the Dead is part of his toolkit. Emperor is who he is. Yeah. Theo agreed. It's small numbers compared to who edited right. I'm just speaking in terms of all mutants, heroes, ability. No. That's why I said I agree with you. They are more diverse than other folks, the Avengers, the Defenders. But when I look at Alpha Flight just did something to me, and I'm going all the way back to when I was in high school. To see that roster come out there looking like it did, which if I'm looking at it, I was able to appreciate the roster being as diverse as it was when John Burns started it, and I wasn't on that team. But I can still appreciate the diversity that was there. So, but let's see here. The strength of Mamadou Fall. This is from Nitellum. The strength of Mamadou Fall, agility and strategy of Nahanda, the technical skills of Azuri, the shaman practices of Bashinga and Intelli. I can keep going. It's safe to say T'Challa can't be touched at all. at all. Which would, watch this. It makes sense why Gladiator was looking at him like, you got it, big dog. You got it. Let's keep it going though, because I want to make sure we know what we're looking at here. Because if we don't know, we're Black Panther fans. It is our responsibility to know this information. So I want to make sure we have it. All right. Super, say what it says, superhumanly acute senses. Sneaking up on him where? Sneaking up on him where? He can't see what? He can't hear what? Now, mind you, I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip this back to Scion, superhuman senses. That's every Black Panther. T'Challa's 5 senses are highly acute, although not super. We're not doing that. Divine empowerment, yes. Superhumanly so, like Daredevil's. In essence, he ain't blind. He don't need radar. He don't. He don't need radar. But can he see? Yeah, I don't need radar to see that. I don't need to be blind to hear you lying. T'Challa's 5 senses are highly acute. He can see with greater clarity and greater distances than any ordinary human. That's better than any of us. See, that's not peak. See, they didn't say peak. No, not better than any human. You got some humans that can see. Please see our fighter pilots. They see pretty well. You got to at least have 20/20 vision to fly a plane. Yeah, okay. All right. His vision extends into the ultraviolet and infrared areas of the electromagnetic spectrum, allowing him to see in near total darkness and retain the same level of clarity. I'm going to say that again. Sneak up on him where? What you mean he can't see you? I like that episode of Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, when they asked T'Challa what was he looking at. I'm looking at Iron Man standing over there in the corner staring at us, and he was in complete darkness, right? T'Challa's hearing is similarly enhanced, enabling him to detect sounds normal humans can't and sounds they ordinarily could, but at much greater distances. I'm going to ask one more time. Sneaking up on him where? Stay right there. So how Scion didn't know that was T'Challa he was fighting? That's why I always said I would retcon that portion of Reginald Hutler's beautiful story. I would retcon. What you mean Scion didn't know that was T'Challa? You got superhuman senses. And because your nephew didn't put on a mask, you've been around him, but you don't know that's him. T'Challa can memorize tens of thousands of scents. These acute senses, they just not exclusive to him. This every Black Panther that came before him. Scion came before him. We don't think Scion knew that was his nephew. His sense of smell enables him to recognize people, objects by scent, even if they are well hidden. I'm gonna ask the question again. We don't think Scion knew that was his nephew. He can track a target by scent and track them to their exact location. Can smell fear and detect if someone is lying by change in body odor. T'Challa's sense of taste is sensitive to the point that he is able to taste the exact ingredients of any particular food he is eating. Come on now. I ain't the only one that didn't watch one of them cooking shows. Don't act like that. And you be like, damn, it's got a little bit of oregano in it. That's him. That's him. I'm gonna come back Because the next thing we're going to talk about is his superhuman. It says superhuman. It didn't say enhanced. It didn't say peak level. It says superhuman. We're going to come back and talk about that. Let me keep up with these notes, though. Let me see here. Let me see where we at. Let me see Theo. Oh, let me see here. Most Grace says most dangerous man alive. T'Challa back. Come on, you says King of the Dead is part of his toolkit. Emperor is who he is. Hickman's X-Men brought OG readers back. Yes, it did. He checked Sue Storm like that and Tiger. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Let's see. See, I ain't here to lie to you. As my brother Deborah would say, we just here to share the knowledge. We just here to grow it. That's all. You say you're a Black Panther fan. We gonna make sure we know this stuff like this right here. So we gonna go back. Superhuman strength. T'Challa's strength is enhanced. I ain't saying peak level. I ain't gonna do that. He received a blessing. That's why I'm not gonna say it's enhanced. He received a blessing from the baddest god, from the Panther goddess Bass, which elevated his strength to superhuman levels. Yeah, that's what that is. His physical strength is noticeably superior to any Olympic class weightlifter. Mark Henry. Dude done been a quarter. Mad he couldn't break it. Mark Henry has bent a quarter. Mark Henry, who every wrestler will tell you when it comes to strength, him. Don't none of them want that. Well, T'Challa is outlifting Mark Henry. What Mark Henry was struggling to do with the quarter, T'Challa just would have did it. His physical strength is noticeably superior to any Olympic class weightlifter and far superior to any normal human. Normal. Yeah, normal. That means you can be playing in the National Football League and you can be able to bench press 225 30 times. He got you. Just so we're clear, the strongest person you know, that's a peak human. T'Challa got them. That's what that is. Allowing him to lift 750 pounds. Just go back to them two rhinos, though, because we've actually seen that play out. Right. His legs extend with his strength, enabling him to vertically leap approximately 10 feet off the ground and 15 feet in a standing broad jump. You just need to know whatever you've seen a decathlete do, he can do that. Better, easier. We're sports fans. We keep up with the Olympics. Yeah, well, he blowing out Usain Bolt. He outlifted Mark Henry. He out wrestling Brock Lesnar. Yeah. He out triple jumping everybody easily. They gonna swear he cheating. Here we go. You watch Luke Cage, Power Man, Netflix. Remember when he ran the 40? Yeah. Okay. He was able to bulldog a 3,000. None of us bulldogging no 3,000-pound rhino. So when folks want to be impressed about Cap holding on to a helicopter in the MCU, you should feel just as equally impressed about T'Challa wrestling a 3,000-pound rhino, a 3,000-pound charging rhino. And you actually see it play out on film because you watched that in the first Black Panther movie. What we didn't see was him wrestling a 20-foot long crocodile while using both his hands. You ain't seen that. But Don McGregor. I'm just saying, it's jungle action. Don McGregor, right there. He has been seen to easily lift a grown man with one arm and throwing him, tearing through a thin wall with just one hand. Can we go back to David List, Black Panther, the Man Without Fear? the most dangerous man alive, while he did not have the blessings of Bast in that run, he still had the abilities of the unknown Panther God. And he was holding quite a few. Remember Vlad, son, dangling on the side? He only had one arm. So let me keep up with the notes, because we finna shift from that to peak human speed. So let's go here. Make sure I'm doing my due diligence, keeping up with these notes. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. We still got 9 watching. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Let's see here. Top messages, all messages. Peak human speed. T'Challa is able to run and move with speed superior to any Olympic class runner. Usain Bolt. Jamaican relay team. American relay team. He lapping all them. Usain Bolt. Fastest man in the world. That's what that is. That's peak human. Train all the time. That's what that is. Well, it's a superhuman gonna lap him on your left. On your left. On your left. T'Challa is able to run and move with speed superior to any Olympic class runners, able to run at speeds up to 35 miles per hour. I'm of the mindset it's faster than that, but hey, who am I? However, when pushed to his limit, T'Challa can potentially run up to 41 to 45 miles per hour. He also has the ability to attack faster than the eye can follow. Y'all remember what he did to the wizard, speed demon, or whatever, Hyperion Buddy? Remember they was fighting over there, the Avengers and everything, and Buddy was like, mind you, he was trying to catch T'Challa. That was crazy. And T'Challa like slowed down a little bit just so he could cut Buddy's Achilles tendons. I think that writer knew what he was working with. His combat speed seems more enhanced than anything else, as he has frequently kept up with other enemies in combat and blitzed people before they pull their trigger fingers. Well, I mean, he does know all the fighting techniques of every Black Panther that came before him, going all the way back to 1 million BC. Who putting hands on T'Challa again? Doesn't it make it seem like that trash that John Ridley gave us is really trash now? You really look at the Buffalo Soldier like, man, I don't give a damn about none of that stuff that you had going on. How in the hell did you put hands on T'Challa? You look at Steve now, you be like, I don't give a damn. How was you lumping up T'Challa? You look at Jai and Amalolo, and you ask yourself the same damn question. I know T'Challa trained y'all, but damn, that's T'Challa. What in the hell are we talking about? And really, Achilles and the hot tooth Tanaze? Peak human stamina. No, superhuman stamina. He don't get tired. T'Challa's body eliminates the excessive buildup of fatigue-producing poisons in his muscles, and his musculature generates considerably less fatigue toxins than the muscles of any ordinary human being. LeBron James, he's on that list. Yeah, he recuperate better than LeBron James. You know, we got LeBron James fans in the building. Yeah. His health regimen is better than LeBron James. What's that? From who? I just found 2 bags in deep freezer. Oh. I'm asking, did you want some? Yeah. Hey, you ready? Leisha, you ready? Listen, I'm finna go against my doctor's wishes. Fried. I'm gonna drink water with it. Don't do me. Don't do that. I said fried. Yeah. I've been good. Once this will be my cheat. Yeah. We're gonna drink water with it though. We're gonna drink water with it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drink water with it. Yeah. But anyway, so superhuman stamina. T'Challa don't get tired. That ain't Craig. Yeah. If Fantastic Four fans can say, can't no man do for Sue what Reed can do, then damn it, we got a dude right here going all night. All night long, all night. all night. Yeah, all night long. Yeah, that dude got peak. Yeah, that dude got superhuman stamina. That's why Aurora ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. I don't even know what we talking about. I ain't never heard Sue talk about she won't Logan. But T'Challa, T'Challa, all right. All right. And LeBron was a grown ass man. He was. He was. We seen T'Challa speeding Avengers Infinity War. Steve, yeah, there it is. He said he ran. Let me see. He ran Steve. Yeah. See, here's the thing. Steve is a soldier. T'Challa is an athlete. I get it. He should, and don't nobody want. Here we go. Ain't no soldier running with Usain Bolt. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. And all Steve was carrying was his shield. No, he wasn't even carrying his shield. Didn't have it. Ain't no soldier be as fast as they want to keeping up with Usain Bolt. And that's the problem that I had with stuff like that. He's a soldier. T'Challa's an athlete. The soldier not keeping up with the dude that's doing that. Strength, they're different facets to their ability. Steve need to be the dude that's throwing haymakers and everything like that. I'm strong. Steve is the football player. That's the linebacker. That's not the receiver. That, you know who T'Challa is? T'Challa is DJ Metcalf. You're like, damn, Theo, like that? T'Challa is DJ Metcalf. We don't want to do it like that, but that's what that is. Superhuman regeneration, superhuman agility, superhuman endurance, superhuman reflexes. T'Challa got all that. That is what that is at the end of the day. We've already mentioned the King of the Dead, but with him being the King of the Dead, what we did not mention was T'Challa is able to take command of the dead. That's what that is. T'Challa learned he could create weapons out of spiritual force. T'Challa can create weapons out of spiritual force, i.e. energy. So not only can he summon the deceased, he can also create weapons out of necromantic energy. His exposure to Galactus's mind before and after his transition from the Devoured. What comic book was T'Challa in? The Ultimates. T'Challa's exposures to Galactus' mind before and after his transition from the Devoured to the Seeder of Worlds due to his odd means of warping his worldship, he began experiencing visions and dreams in day-to-day life. He was beginning to see and sense the cage around the Marvel Universe and the going-ons outside of it in the multiverse as well. An unknown effect that intake of the heart-shaped herb has is that it also connects to the head of the Panther tribe to the precious metal which mutated it. Kings of the secret nation possess a sixth sense for the unique energy signature vibranium gives off, letting them know when it is stolen from Wakanda and where its thieves are headed. Stay right here. Avengers 29 and 30. Who else besides T'Challa and Reed realized that they were in a different reality? Not reality per se, but this was the eighth incarnation of the universe. Carol didn't know. Aurora didn't know. Sam didn't know. None of them recognized they were on Battle World except for T'Challa. That's that hyper cosmic awareness. I'm going to ask this question again because it's our responsibility to know as Black Panther fans. It ain't necessarily on the writer, but who effing with our boy? Alchemy and ancient magic gave him resistance to magical attacks. Please see Jonathan Mayberry. Please see Reginald Hutland. This would be doing the deadliest of the species. This would be doing the power run. This would be doing the Doom War run. This would be Zaravari and all the mages that Zaravari was training. That's who gave. So You can't really do magical stuff to him. Clairvoyance. Many years ago, exposure to the vibranium mound gave T'Challa extrasensory capabilities. He was able to see objects around him while blindfolded. Please see Daredevil. He also experienced visions of the future where he saw himself in conflict with the energy vampire known as Kyber the Cruel. We ain't seen him in a minute. These powers disappeared shortly after his battle with Kyber. Kind of like that whole thing with King Solomon's Frog. But what happens if we get Kyber back? Right. Genius intelligence. This is where S. Jadis comes in because he is adamant about his keen intellect, genius intelligence not being displayed. Well, maybe you haven't seen it either. Let's go ahead and take a look into it though. T'Challa is a polymath genius and has an edict, aka photographic memory. Ryan Coogler tell you that? Did he show it to you? No. What about Nate Moore? Kevin Feige? Anybody? Genius level intellect. Did you get it? You see anything in the MCU that made you feel like he was a polymath? Genius. Anything. When was the last time you read something in a comic book that lets you know, like Spider-Man fans know, that Peter is smart as hell? When was the last time you read something with T'Challa in it and you said to your Mr. Terrific, like, thank you, James Gunn, that he's a polymath genius and has a photographic memory? I can remember reading Mr. Terrific and the dude performed open heart surgery on Green Lantern. Alan Scott, sure did. Read the book and performed open heart surgery right there. When did we get this? His knowledge of physics and engineering ranks him among the top 8 intellects of the world. You got it? Mind you, Reed calls him a peer. He possesses accomplishments such as a PhD in physics from Oxford University. He also combined alchemy with science to create a new scientific field called shadow physics. Thank you, Jonathan Hickman. You saw it displayed over there in when T'Challa teleported himself. Yeah. Shout out to Jonathan Mayberry for creating this. He was the one that did this. Yes. A dangerous discipline which allowed him to track vibranium on a quantum level, craft weapons which could be particularly effective against vibranium, and create an unstable teleportation device which at the time ripped apart anyone using it with great healing ability. At the time, it's been fixed. Master martial artist. So with him being a master martial artist, folks do get kicked a lot. It's just one of those things. Please see Jean-Claude Van Damme. But we should see more of him using his fists, a la Batman, a la Black Widow, a la Richard Grayson. More on a Peter Parker, if you will. Master martial artist, master acrobat, dear Hasbro. That means the next Black Panther action figure y'all decide to give us, if his toes aren't articulated, you didn't get that right. No, you should be giving us the same action figure that you did with Maximum Spider-Man and this latest Black Widow action figure you're dropping. Yes, T'Challa should be fully articulated, and you never done it. Never. Maybe that's because we as Black Panther fans ain't asking for it. But they are releasing a brand new Black Panther action figure, right? Magic the Gathering. If it's not fully articulated, you know what we all should be saying as Black Panther fans, right? Because when you know better, you do better. And we should be demanding better, right? Expert marksman. Y'all watch Kong, Godzilla Kong. Remember that scene where the little dude Kong got into it with the other apes and everything like that? And remember the ape that took off running and Kong had something in his hand and he threw it. And we like, damn, Kong should be playing on somebody's football team. And he hit Buddy, crack him straight upside, bomb, crack him straight upside the head. Yeah. What we doing? He's a, what they say? Expert marksman. What you putting in his hand? You put a pew in his hand. You put a fingernail clip in his hand. You put a rock, you put just a little pebble in his hand. Wherever he throw it, it's going right where he wanted it to go. Have you seen that yet? Master tactician, I think it's safe to say we got that. Expert tracker and hunter. Even without his superhuman senses, T'Challa is a master tracker and hunter. He can pick up a prey scent and memorize tens of thousands of individuals. And he can track you by your soul. Where you running? Where you hiding at? Shout out to Eve, Dr. Eve Ewing, because she actually did allude to T'Challa trying to find I don't want to say Ndozi, it wasn't Ndozi, it wasn't Wakabi, but it was Shangamire. No, it wasn't Shangamire's son. Yeah, Shangamire's son. T'Challa was tracing him, tracking him by his soul, realized he had been transported off of Earth. Shout out to Dr. Eve Ewing. Multilingual. T'Challa can fluently speak his native language, comma, because his native language ain't English, neither is ours. English is not his native language, and neither is ours. You call yourself black, English is not your native language. If you're one of those that love to tell folks that you're a Native American, then whenever you get ready, I'm willing to learn your native language. I just know it ain't English. And I don't expect you to be speaking anything from Africa. I don't. So, but I'm open to learn though. I'm open to learn. I just know it ain't English. And I wish all of us, especially though, FBAs, you're speaking somebody else's language, stupid. And while you love to tell people you're a free Black American, you ain't told anybody what your free language is, nor your free currency, nor your free spirituality. You just want to, and we're going to get into it, shout out Djimon, Honsou and everything like that. We're going to get into it and expose the frauds for what it is. Master inventor, shadow physics. Highly influential connections. We don't think so? Diplomatic immunity. Come on now, that matters. Musical skill. We ain't got that yet though. If I could get in a comic book, T'Challa playing an acoustic guitar, and then a couple of panels later, flip that thing over his head like Terrence Howard did and play it like he did with The Best Man, I'm like, oh yeah. Y'all putting a lot of respect on my boy name now. I'm waiting. But if we don't know, who gonna tell them? Substantial wealth. Now, this is the thing that I want to get right here. Let's get to his equipment. The Kimoyo card. We got the Kimoyo beads, Kimoyo card. Powerful and versatile PDA. Personal digital assistant is what it is. It functions similarly to the Avengers community cards. Did you know that he had it? But with many more practical applications. In one instance, T'Challa called up a schematic of a jumbo jet's cockpit controls and took command of the plane, landing the plane safely in a river. And just so we know, Grand Madam would be able to tell us this, those like Grand Madam who are deeply into our African roots, Kimoyo is Bantu for spirit, or of the spirit. Kimoyo is Bantu for of the spirit. Panther habit. We don't, because they don't even want to call it armor, because it's not. It definitely is cloth, and armor, but we refer to it as a habit. Vibranium microwave mesh. The microwave robs incoming objects of their momentum. Bullets do not ricochet off, but simply fall to the ground when they come in contact with the weave. Likewise, the Panther cannot be stabbed. However, the costume can be cut if the attacker slashes along the uniform's grain. That means Logan not doing nothing. Yeah. But Logan not doing nothing. Anti-metal claws. The claws in the gloves are made of anti-Arctic vibranium-based anti-metal, which I call anti-vibranium. I do. You know what it is. That can break down basically all metals at the molecular level. Is with that knowledge, I never understand the conversation in regards to can T'Challa beat? What you mean? I never understand the question. Can T'Challa beat such and such and so and so? You mean a person that's got blood in their system? Who's got metal in their blood? If T'Challa stands around me, I got metal in my knee. I had ACL surgery on my right knee. I'm gonna be limping. I'm gonna have to go back in and have surgery all over again, because that's gonna do all untold damage to that one. And this, my blood, I got iron in my blood. Do we know how I'm gonna be feeling? So when folks ask the question, what you mean can T'Challa beat? You looking for a physical altercation. Before Buddy even lay hands on you, you're not doing right. Energy dampening boots. Energy regulators create varying fields from the vibranium in the molded soles of his boots, enabling Panther to land soundlessly, right, on the ground from heights of up to 50 feet. Given enough momentum, he can actually scale a wall or skim across water. The field can also be used offensively to shadow or weaken objects, or defensively to rob incoming objects of their momentum, as shown when he stopped a car thrown by the Hulk from crushing him by using the vibranium in his boots. I said the Hulk threw a car at it. I'm imagining he just stuck his feet in the air and the car just hit the ground. Like I ain't got nothing to defend me but my feet. Disguise technology. The cloak, because he has one, don't use it. The cloak can be elongated, shortened, or eliminated with the thought, and the entire costume can be reconfigured by a light energy pulse, allowing it to pass as normal street clothes or render T'Challa completely invisible. Teleportation device. Once again, shout out to Jonathan Hickman for that. T'Challa has been shown using a teleportation device as part of his standard gear. Thank you, Jonathan. The range is not known as of this moment. Refer back to shadow physics. Hard light shielding. T'Challa was shown using a small shield comprised of hardened light to defend himself and others as part of his standard gear. Please refer back to the spiritual energy he can summon and use and shape as weapons. Vibranium energy daggers. Energy constructed blades, the wielder has the ability to gauge between power levels, releasing a beam powerful enough to slice through various structures and folds. This weapon can also be fired as a projectile. Energy daggers are T'Challa's default weapon of choice in armed combat situations. Who doing what with who? Force push. T'Challa can use the stored kinetic energy in his suit to either enhance his strikes or release it as an omnidirectional energy burst. We saw this in Black Panther, but he can hit you with it too. See Bishop. Or what the dude named Sebastian from the Hellfire Club? Yeah, Sebastian Shaw. Yeah, think about them two. Heavenly armor. Lightweight body armor covering the user from head to toe in a similar fashion as Iron Man that operates by thought. It offers flight. I'm gonna go ahead and say I got that Sentinel armor, Black Panther. That's me right there. It offers flight at high speeds, enhanced strength, and more protection in combat. The armor provides protection against mystical attacks and is equipped with various weapons. Who messing with T'Challa? That's the heavenly armor. That ain't the vibranium armor. A special armor used during the superhuman civil war. Not that. Wakandan Hulkbuster. Not that. Yeah, he got 3. Yeah. Spear of Bashinga, which he can summon. Summon. It ain't on his back. He can summon it. A vibranium spear first used by the second Black Panther, King Bashinga, and passed down from Panther to Panther down the royal line of Wakanda. Skybreaker. This sword was the first object forged from vibranium by the first king of Wakanda, second Bashinga. It was passed down to his successors and was a sacred symbol of Wakanda. However, T'Challa's ex-wife, former wife, Aurora, stole it in order to participate in the Ten of Swords challenge. The Avengers Quin Jet, he's credited for that, as well as to the Sky Cycle that we like to see Clint use. So I'm gonna ask this question. We went a little bit longer with that than I would have liked to thought. We're at 2 hours right now. Who messing with T'Challa? If you don't, us, we're the Black Panther fans. It's for us to be, it ain't for anybody else to be knowledgeable. Not, we would love it for it to be the writers, but they write other stuff. We should be the ones knowledgeable. Now, if the writers come to recognize, what I believe they do, they have, many, I believe quite a few have, come to recognize us as the experts regarding this character, all things Black Panther Wakanda, the less likely they are to make mistakes, or at the very least, the more likely they are to correct them. Here we go, prime example. And I'm giving credit. I don't know if she did it. When Dr. Eve Ewing started her run, her very first issue, she had a female Hatutzaze. The artist drew it. I'm not going to say the artist drew it. We said something. Hey now, hey, yo. We got the Doras, we got the Hatu. The women are the Doras. The men are the Hatu. Well, the first issue wasn't the last issue in which the Hatu showed up in, except when they showed up again, there was no female. That's a writer recognizing that her target audience knows the character, and she's not going to insult their intelligence by doing stuff they know damn good and well ain't what it is. Hey, Benjamin. Hey, John. Really? Yeah, that's what that is. Let me keep up with these notes because we went over a lot of stuff, but I just want to make sure we have it there. We saw in the Avengers Infinity War, this comes from Ronnie, that T'Challa outran Steve, and I think he should have blown him out the water, but Kevin Feige wanted to see them close. Yeah, which Usain Bolt, we got fast linebackers, right? Right. Ain't no linebacker running with Usain Bolt, but Usain Bolt ain't hitting like one of them unless he's blessed by Bash. Right. He ain't no linebacker keeping up with Usain Bolt. That's what that is. Steve had the vibranium shield that T'Challa gave him. Yeah. The vibranium shield. Well, the shield that was made. Yeah, he did. He had those shields. I don't think they would have been holding back. Great catch, Ronnie. Absolutely. MCU didn't really touch on this, but Comic Steve is way more acrobatic. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Mind you, folks would be surprised that we know that. But no, you're absolutely right. Steve is very much an acrobat. Doomsday and Secret Woes won't be a success without it. The only thing I know how to tell the Russos is this: don't insult my intelligence by bringing in no Toussaint. Don't have Toussaint doing nothing T'Challa like. Nothing. Stop that. Y'all don't give two damns about T'Challa. Stop robbing from T'Challa. Y'all don't give two damns about the story of Wakanda. Stop robbing from Wakanda. And I'm saying that to the MCU as well as those writers and editors in the comics. You don't give two damns about those characters, the nation that they come from. Stay your happy ass up out of it. All you're doing, whether you think it's what it is or not, is practicing colonization 101. You don't care for the character, but you want to take from the character. That's colonization. That's what that is. You don't see any significance in it, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Whether you black, white, Jew, Gentile, male, female, heterosexual, LGBTQ, religious, unorthodox, atheist. Leave the damn stuff alone if you don't care about it. As a matter of fact, don't take no more damn jobs with the character. Christopher Priest, you don't want to write it? Say no. I would respect it more if you write it than write trash. John Ridley, you don't want to write it? Say no. To the other dude that's over 1943, you don't want to be bothered. Say no. I would respect you brothers if you just said, no, I don't want to do it, then give trash in regards to it, because that ain't what we get from anybody else. One, I ain't got to worry about, I've never heard a white writer say he don't want to write white characters. I ain't ever heard a white writer say he don't want to be just stuck writing white characters. I ain't never heard nothing like that before in my life. But hey, y'all have at it. T'Challa should have hiding intelligence because of the God is bad. All that. Also, stop making T'Challa figures so damn small. I was saying something to Daryl. That's a great catch on that one. I was saying something to Daryl about how the MCU figures are small in comparison, but I think actually that was just me looking at it because of the two different sculpts. MCU sculpts are more realistic, whereas the comic book sculpts have a tendency to look more physically imposing. They're the same size. They're the same size. The same size. Unless what we're saying, and I want to make sure I could be wrong, we want him the same size as Cap, but they are. They are. And I tell you what to do, Kamoyo. If you have the action figures, compare the Black Panther with the vibranium effects from the not Dr. Eve, but from the Ta-Nehisi Coates run. Compare those Black Panthers. One, I think both of them came from Walmart. One is black, one is like a royal shiny blue or something like that. But compare them to the Captain America action figures, not the Marvel Select, but the Marvel Legend. Yeah, they're the same size. I know, crazy. My brother D Real is in the building. What's going on? What's going on? My brother D Real is in the building. Trying to deconstruct T'Challa in a few runs post MCU debut was the wrong move. They're finally getting back to basics. And I want to thank the Rock With Me Nation, the Black Panther fan group, for them being able to get back to basics, because you got to know the story. You got to know the story, and you got to be adamant about staying on it. And I salute all of y'all who have been over there on social media, not settling, letting it be known, willing to go toe-to-toe with folks that wanted to basically act like the character wasn't worth a damn. No, you stood 10 toes down. You didn't buy into the, oh, that's $1 billion company. You didn't give two damns. You didn't give two damns about folks saying stop complaining, because as far as your sentiment was, no, we're merely demanding what everybody else is getting. If they can ask for our money, we can demand our. So my hat is off to all of y'all. Quite a few folks, black, white, Jew, Gentile, whatever, wanted to disparage Black Panther fans. You didn't move. You didn't move. You didn't settle, and you didn't negotiate. So my hat is off to you. Y'all are the ones responsible for that character coming back to the comics. Y'all are the ones responsible for them looking at the video game that EA wanted to do, say, we can't do nothing with this. And y'all will be the ones responsible for them saying, you know what? We don't need to release this 1943 game. Because the target audience, Black Panther fans, aren't checking for it. So thank you. Thank you, each and every one of y'all. Y'all did that. That's real big. Excuse me. Love that Kamoyo card. Oh, yeah. Djimon Honsou. Djimon Honsou. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right. T'Challa beats Logan's ass like it's a religion. Logan always get the fade messing with T'Challa, and we don't even need to read a comic book. Just look at their abilities. The sad part about it is, being who we are, we like Logan. He might not be our favorite X-Men. We don't dislike him. We know his abilities. We know his ability. We do. The thing is, the casual X-Men fan doesn't know T'Challa's ability. So stand strong. Ronnie says that's why T'Challa would never get into a fight with Logan. He would destroy all the... Had that brother having to go back through the Weapon X program again. Oh, T'Challa took Hulk's arm off. Deadpool too. Easy like Sunday morning. When you know what your... T'Challa is one of the most OP characters in comics. Let me say that one more time. He's one of the most OP characters in comics. Own the knowledge. Own the knowledge. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing crazy. I don't remember if Storm gave Skybreaker back. She did. She gave it back. I hope the Russos bring back the real T'Challa. I hope they do too. If not, T'Challa should be the same size as Ray Lewis when he was in his prime. You would have to go look at T'Challa's size, but the thing is that they ain't got T'Challa. T'Challa ain't 250. That's more along the lines of Mamadou Fall. Mamadou Fall is the one built like hell. T'Challa ain't even big as T'Chaka. But yeah, sup, better late than never. What's going on? Mr. Martin is in the building. So let me make sure I keep up with this. Go back to this so y'all know. Yeah. Because like I said, if y'all don't know, they not gonna know, and ain't nobody gonna tell you. So as you're seeing thus far, by and large, we are the ones that care about the Black Panther knowledge. So if you want it, you got to go get it. You got to own it, because ain't nobody else gonna give it to you. They're not. They don't even feel pressed to tell it to you. And honestly, they don't have to. That's our character. We're the ones to be owning the knowledge. But yeah, so let me come on back over here. We got that out the way. It's 9:14. I did not want to be in here all night. We're gonna get on up out of here. A couple of other topics we could have went over. Video games and microtransactions. That's ruining video games for me. I'm old school with it. Plug and play. Let's go. Let's make it do it. I don't know what this is, but microtransactions killed NBA 2K for me. I'm not buying all that. I like basketball, but I'm not doing all that. Shout out to EA Sports. I got Madden. I got NCAA. I ain't got to do all that if I don't want to enjoy the game. Now, I don't know why I got to pay for access to the PlayStation Network to play the game. I don't even know why, if I just want to play the game as far as like football, just go through the season, what I need access to the internet for? I didn't need access to the internet before to do that. I just needed some electricity. So I'm hoping y'all get that right. In regards to some other stuff, and the reason why I say own the knowledge, not everybody out there cares. There are going to be some people out there, and I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe they're black. I believe there are people posing as black, which is real easy to do in social media. But nevertheless, not everybody's going to care about this character, nor black characters in general, like you do, like I do. Own the knowledge. With me, it's getting to the point where I don't know if I want to continue. I don't want to say continue, but I'm of the mindset right now where my wanting to grow the knowledge is more significant than it's getting to be where I want to do that more than interact, because the interactions are getting on my nerves. There's stupid ass people out there, and waking up first thing in the morning, opening up something or looking at a comment from a post you put out there trying to grow knowledge about characters of color and seeing where somebody either that ain't a person of color choosing to use social media to practice their open racism, or you see somebody that's conducting themselves, acting like they black, saying you embarrassing all that, man, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm not saying when I post stuff in the future, there you won't be able to leave comments. It's just one of them things where I really just want to grow the knowledge. I really just want to grow the fan base. I really just want to get it to where we know as much as we can possibly know about the characters that look like us and are supposed to represent us. That way we aren't easily emotionally triggered, manipulated. As I touched on that whole thing about Simon Williams, Wonder Man, that's going to be, excuse my language, a shit show. Well, not the show itself. I'm saying that's going to be a shit show as far as what's going to be out there on social media when this show make its debut, and it ain't even got to be like that. In regards to everything else, that was about it. No, I'm not going to do that. Djimon Honsou, and this is it for me. I don't know how many of us remember the movie Amistad. He starred in the movie. He did. This comes our way by USA Today. We're going to wrap it up with this. Deborah Barfield Berry, September 9, 2025, 6:02 a.m. via USA Today. Actor Djimon Honsou hopes Black History Run becomes pilgrimage for African Americans. As a child, he played soccer on the beaches of his native Benin, a small country in West Africa. He didn't know then that those same beaches had been a path of no return for those led centuries ago to waiting slave ships. It wasn't until the award-winning actor starred in Steven Spielberg, shout out to Steven Spielberg's Amistad, a 1997 movie about a rebellion on a slave ship, that he fully understood the tragic history of the transatlantic slave trade and its lasting impact. It really opened my mind about who I am, the history of my continent, and the history of the diaspora. Honsou told USA Today in a recent interview, "We are very cut off from our past." Today, Honsou is on a mission to make sure others know the history that forever connects the United States and Europe to African nations, including his homeland of Benin. It's crazy because you got folks in DC wanting to do something different. As long as we are alive, you cannot act like it didn't happen. Oh, well, you can act, but that's all it is an act. What's going on, Governor Ron the suck ass? I wonder, how would we feel if we chose to eradicate the significance of Italian Americans and their contribution to American history? I wonder how we would feel about that. Just act like Italian Americans, Italian immigrants didn't do a damn thing to help uplift this country. I wonder how Ron and his wife would feel. Because it can be done. Just for the exact same stupid ass reasons that we're doing everything else. That said, I'll continue. Today, Honsou is on a mission to make sure others know the history that forever connects the United States and Europe to African nations, including his homeland of Benin. As part of that mission, the Djimon Honsou Foundation will host its 4th run, Richmond, September 27th, in Richmond, Virginia, to preserve and promote Black history. It's 19 kilometer distance. That's 10.6 miles. Is a nod to the year 1619 when a slave ship from Angola arrived in the English colonies. A shorter, crazy, because this is history, just world history. So we're going to talk to the other countries and tell them that their history got to match up with America's history. A shorter 6.19K run, 3.5, 3.85 miles, walk run will take place the same day. Along the route, participants can listen via an app to a tour of Black historic sites narrated by Honsou. Honsou hosts the event will become a pilgrimage for African Americans and others eager to learn more. It's time for Afro descendants to know where they come from. He didn't say Black. I want you to think about that for a second. It's a man-made thing, right? Race invented by two Germans, right? That look like that, right? What the brother say? It's time not for Black. He said it's time for Afro descendants to know where they come from, and to know who they are and how powerful their history is and how powerful they are as a people. Damn, brother, man. Your words are talking to my inner spirit. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Run Richmond began in 2019, the year that marked 400 years since a ship carrying 20 Angolans arrived in Hampton, Virginia. In August, Honsou joined others at African Landing Day in Hampton to commemorate the ship's arrival at Fort Monroe. Groups including Project 1619, the William Tucker 1624 Society, and the Fort Monroe Authority hosted a weekend of events. His foundation, Honsou told the crowd, was meant to bring about reconciliation, remembrance, and healing. Damn FBA, y'all got a lot to learn. You're preaching separation while this brother is preaching unification. Why we keep giving y'all a platform to talk, I have no idea. Damn. His foundation, Honsou told the crowd, was meant to bring about reconciliation, remembrance, and healing. Those efforts and the foundation's runs are even more important, Honsou told USA Today later, as the teaching of unvarnished Black history comes under threat in schools and institutions, including museums. But Honsou said efforts to erase Black history won't work. Why? It's our obligation as people, griots, to keep the history alive in whatever ways possible, he said. Inviting the diaspora home. Honsou has starred in other movies, including Blood Diamonds and A Quiet Place, Day One. Also hopes to draw more attention to efforts to recognize the historical connection to Africa. Brother, you got it right here. I will wave that flag loudly and proudly for you. I will. Like several African-American nations, Benin hopes to encourage African-Americans and others from the diaspora to visit and learn more about their connection to the country. Last year, Benin adopted a law opening the door to citizenship for descendants with connections to the country, including through DNA testing, and who were forced to leave through the slave trade. It launched an online application platform, My Afro Origins, in July. Olusegun Ajadi Bakari, Benin, I'm hoping I didn't mess that name up. Benin's Minister of Foreign Affairs said in a speech at the United Nations last year that descendants should find their way back. It is high time to heal these wounds, to rebuild this sacred link with those who, albeit physically far away, carry Africa in their hearts, he said. People of African descent are not just distant relatives of our family. We say to them, you have never ceased belonging to this land. Africa is your home, and we are waiting for you with open arms. To the brother that had so much silly ass stuff to say last night, that sound like something stupid. You still embarrassed of your people? Or are you somebody that wasn't Black that was just trolling? Or are you somebody that's Black that's, like I said, has more in common with Candace Owens and Jason Whitlock? The West African, make sure I keep up with this, a memorial to slavery in Benin has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. the West African country, population 13 million, was also in the spotlight recently when R&B singer Ciara was granted citizenship, and filmmaker Spike Lee and his wife, Tonya Lewis Lee, an author, were named ambassadors for African Americans. This is a step toward reconciliation with the diaspora, Honsou said, who visited Benin last December. For centuries, Africa has been the target of insults and criticism. It's important to change this defamation of character of the continent. And that defamation of the continent carries over right over here in the continent of the United States of America when we just want to defame Black people for no reason. It would be very powerful to know a thing or two about the continent, Honsou said. That can only empower you. I wholeheartedly agree. I think that's a great place to stop. As you can tell, I got emotional because while I was born here, as many of us were, we know there are quite a few that were born here like us, don't believe we should be here. The damnest thing about it is, I know it's quite a few of them that don't feel that way. You're not shutting your brother and sister up. You got your brother and sister running around here out of control. It's not for me to check them. It never was. It's for you to check them. Hold on, this is my daughter. Let me see what we got going on here. Hey, girl.
Oh, you went today?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be done soon because I started at 7, so Dad should be done soon. Okay, I will call you as soon as I get done.
Okay.
All right. Love you, girl.
Love you too.
On duty. Always. 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 You know what? I could end it right there. I'm gonna do this. As many of you know, I love to laugh. Love to laugh, love to laugh. That's my thing. I would rather joke and laugh than be serious about stuff. So there are quite a few YouTubers. Shout out to Big John. Shout out to El Haj. Shout out to who else we got out there and everything like that. The Radrick family, Rico, Reloaded, Sade and everything like that. Thank y'all so much for keeping a smile on the brother's face. I really want to thank y'all for that. Grand Madam Tarot and I have alluded to Country Wayne channel stopped being funny a long time ago. All they know how to do is tell drama for no reason. Well, two characters. Sonny, Michael, expecting a child. They aren't married, aren't in a relationship. I'm seeing too much of this. And I'm saying it. I'm throwing a flag on the play. I'm throwing a flag on the play. Both parents are needed. I don't know where this thing. I know some. What? No, you can't. You're not supposed to. There's something gonna be missing. It take two to make it. So I don't know why we're thinking only one can do it. No, that should be extreme situation, but that never should be the default. That shouldn't be the default. No, there's something to be said about a child. Because I know folks gonna be like, well, what about two men? What about two women? Two women are still a woman. Two men are still a man. I'm not saying they can't be married, but I'm saying that child still needs to experience the other side of that. That's what I'm saying. Because I know folks will take that and twist it. No, I didn't say two men can't be married. I didn't say two women can't be married. I'm saying that child needs to experience both. Thus, going back to the two-parent household. I don't know what we got going on because I see one of the characters kind of suggesting himself. The character Dominique represents other folks out there that are more than happy to encourage a woman. Oh, you can raise that child by yourself. Go ahead. That's a selfish ass move. If you are a man and you have something to do with a child coming into the world and you're not part of that child's life, that's a selfish ass move. It's going to be your fault that that child grows up with issues. Your fault and yours alone. Because when you could have did something about it, And I don't want to hear a damn thing about what the woman got going on. Take your ass to court and put your ass on them damn papers so you can have access to your child. That's what you do. You fight to be in your child's life. Don't make an assumption just because a man, you don't have no damn rights. Yes, you do. And you need to go get them so your child can benefit from having both mother and father in the house. If at the very least, having both mom and dad in their lives. When you go above and beyond to take the other one out, you're doing more harm to the child. You're not gonna feel it. Maybe you will, who knows? But you think you hurting the other parent. You are, because no parent doesn't want to have their child in their life. No, we all do. But you think you hurting that parent. No, you hurting that child. You hurting that child, and you hurting the child that they gonna have. Because as I said to the young lady I just got off the phone, you can't guarantee, and we've seen this in life, you can't guarantee siblings, relatives won't meet up later on down the damn road. And whose fault was it? Yours, because you did the exact same damn thing as a parent, which makes it worse, because you did it as a black parent. You did the exact same thing Massa, the oppressor, did at the auction block. You separated black families. You did. Thus, you're no different. You're no better. You're just as despicable, reprehensible, and vile as they are. Why? Because you did it for a selfish ass reason. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Let me make sure we get here, because we are up out of here and everything like that. I want to make sure I keep up with the notes before we get on up out of here. Thank y'all so much for being rocking with me. Let's see here. Let me see here. I want to make sure I keep up with the last note. I heard a rumor on another Blurred podcast that T'Challa would be in the Marvel Zombie show. You talking about, I mean, that's coming to us from Mr. Paul Martin. You mean on Disney Plus? Oh, no T'Challa, no dollar. I don't know what that is. Because if I'm looking at the zombie, I got T'Challa right here in the 616. They ain't even faking the funk. No, that's T'Challa. Matter of fact, that's T'Challa from the universe, from the previous incarnation of the universe. So they, you know what? And since I be getting on the dude, thank you, CB. No, dead ass. Thank you. That means a lot to me. You're letting me know that this, as somebody alluded to early on social media, you're letting me know through way of Jonathan Hickman that this is the same T'Challa that we got before. Thank you. I ain't gonna do that. Oh no, if I can come down on you, pause. If I can criticize on you, I can compliment you. So I don't know what they. First of all, I ain't even checking for Marvel Zombies over there. Let me just go ahead and say that. That's Marvel Zombies, the MCU. No T'Challa, no dollar. And who is this T'Challa? This going to be a zombified T'Challa? Is this the zombified T'Challa? Is this the T'Challa that Eric deleted in the first season of What If? This the T'Challa that was zombie food in the first season of What If? Either way, no T'Challa, no dollar. And since they deleted him in the second Black Panther movie, Kevin won't be doing a damn thing regarding the MCU. Animated, live action, big screen, small screen. You got to bring Buddy back. And I need that same energy. I need him to come to the stage. I ain't changed. I need him to wear that same sports coat. If it's too small, he needs to go have it let out. If he didn't lost weight, he needs to have it taken in. But I need that same sports coat. I need them same pair of jeans. I need that same baseball cap. And I need him to walk back to the stage. And I need him to say a complete 180 from what he said. As far as who else talking it, I appreciate the Blurs for saying it. Them Blurs ain't Kevin. Just like I ain't Kevin. And I would never ask anybody to say, hey, I said T'Challa was going to be recast. Take my word for it. He coming back. I need to hear that from Buddy. Let me see. The Arkham Knight series wouldn't have worked if those writers weren't Batman fans. No, it wouldn't. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And we not gonna act like that. We ain't. We ain't finna act like that. You absolutely right. Damn right they did. Damn right they got it right. You right. You right. And watch this. We ain't finna act like the video game developers of this didn't get it right either. Yes, y'all did. Yeah, even with this one. That folks don't even know damn exists. So you say this is season 1.5? This video game comes between seasons 1 and 2? Wait a minute. I don't. Safe to say, Kevin didn't play these. Because you would have known what was going. Ain't need no internet or nothing. All I needed was some good old-fashioned electricity. Got me some great storytelling, paid off homage to the comic books and everything. Days gone by. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, these thieves say I despise loot box. I can't do it. Majors in Creed is the height and weight of T'Challa. Yes, he is. What camera adds size to you. Jonathan Majors, why he looked like a Greek god, he does. Sitting the workout plan, Jonathan. Damn. We're trying to get where you at. You and Mike. Why y'all do? You, Mike, and Bo. I think it's awfully damn selfish that you dudes sit up there and y'all got the workout program down to a damn science, and y'all with your shirts all off, being all sexy, flexy and every damn thing, and cannot send the workout program to us who need it. Y'all selfish. Oh, Grace said, I still have to get Ultimate Alliance again. Man, look at him. Boy, we got it at the house. See, you ain't thirsty. Blood Diamond was Djimon's best performance. I might have to check that out. Too late for that, Theo. Damn. Here. Let me see. They specialize in antagonizing. This comes from Diabolical Nerd. I believe this was when I was talking about the trolls. One thing I learned dealing with them: don't engage because it becomes beneath you to acknowledge their existence. Thank you. Needed to hear that. Your power is your wisdom. Thank you. Words of wisdom. Words to live by. I will definitely heed that. Definitely Diabolical. Come on, yo. Everybody greeting each other. My brother says, too late for that, Theo. Damn, bro. Now I'm gonna pull it back, bro. I'm gonna pull it back. These students say, I just know Kevin would playing those. Man, listen. He didn't play the Star Wars games. I ain't mad. And if they got a game, not Tomb Raider, even though he probably played that too. But no, Indiana Jones, he probably played that. I know they got a video game. I ain't mad at that. I ain't played none of them. But then again, in me not playing Indiana Jones, I would never want to be over Indiana Jones project. Why? I don't know nothing other than Harrison Ford. No. Star Wars. I don't need to be over no Star Wars project. Wouldn't even accept it. Why not? I only check for Star Wars low key for two reasons, because I'm a Trekkie. Billy D. Williams and Samuel Jackson. And once you got rid of them, and I just knew damn good and well, once I saw how my brother get treated just for being a damn trooper, I'm like, oh no, y'all don't even want me over here in Star Wars like that. And what do we say over here with the Rock With Me Nation? We believe in going where we're celebrated, not tolerated. You don't want me over there in the Star Wars fan base. That's fine. I will keep my money to myself. I ain't trying to check. I ain't watching Star Wars. I'm not checking for my favorite actor or actress to be in no damn. I don't even want them in Star Wars like that. No, go be in Star Trek. Go be over there in Star Trek. I'm coming over there. Gene Roddenberry respected you from day one. Yeah, I know. I got it. I like it. We like him. You wasn't in the first movie. Gene Roddenberry had you day one. For whatever reason, Gene had us day one. They ain't have us day one. So I'm good with all that. Coach Dalen on Instagram has the workout he used for Jonathan. Man, tell Coach Dalen to hit us up, man. We need that. Us older men, Coach Dalen, we trying to get in Wakanda shape. We trying to get in Wakanda shape. I would say too late for hoping you didn't mispronounce the name. I'm gonna get it together. I love playing 1 and 2. Man, listen, I did too. That's it. We're out. Thank y'all so much. I wanted this live to be informative and entertaining. It was that for me. I hope you got from that what you will. The Black Panther, the abilities of T'Challa. My brother Daryl, I told y'all who I go to. I go to Daryl and Mr. Ray Smith. Like that's where it's at. But we went over it. Know it, own it. And yes, it's over there at Marvel Wiki. I ain't got to be the only one having access to that. Read it. T'Challa, 616. You're going to have to go down to the bottom. Look at those abilities. Then think about how your favorite character, ain't just mine, how your favorite character has been repped ever since. Now, here's the damnedest thing. Just so we clear, because folks feel some type of way when you say stuff, but it's the eye test. Now that you know the eye test, I've shown you pictures. You've seen a picture where there was an actor sitting in his trailer reading a Black Panther comic book. You've seen it, you've heard it, where the actor was given a Black Panther comic book by his driver because the driver believed he was going to get the role of that character. You know the character's abilities. You haven't seen that character's abilities like that in the first movie. And they deleted the character, even though they have the cure for cancer in Wakanda. They deleted the character in the second movie. And truth be told, they didn't do right by his sister either. No, they took her alias and gave it to an artificial intelligence. As Mr. Honsou talks about getting back in touch with our African roots, clearly there was somebody Black, African American, that was not in touch with their African roots when they chose to give the griot alias to the artificial intelligence. That was disrespectful as hell. Well, they never claimed to be Black Panther fans. They never claimed it. They just wanted to make money. Even when Nate said we knew for folks to fall in love with Wakanda, that it was a money grab. He don't care. He don't care. Either one way or the other, whether we talking about the person who portrayed the character or the character, it's money. That's what they is. But you can't say that though. You can't say that. It's why we're on these lives every Wednesday. It's why we're gonna be on Daryl's live on Thursday. It's why we're gonna be on Friday Night Vibes on Saturday. It's why we be on social media, interacting with one another, sharing knowledge and debating those that don't have the knowledge. It's because this is our favorite character. Anybody else? Well, it's on us to own it. Just like the Batman fan does, just like the Spider-Man fan does. Here's what I can tell you. It's not really that much of a consolation. But here's what I can tell you, just so you know. We've understood this because we've asked Joseph Illich this. And he said yes. We've asked Jonathan Mayberry this. He said yes. We're first. In the modern day and age of technology, the Black Panther fan group and the Council of Wakanda are the first legitimate Black Panther fan groups. And being first, you're going to go through something. Being first, you're going to go through something. Because nobody, especially the hue of our skin color, if it be something different, if the Black, which is crazy, if the Black Panther fan group and Council of Wakanda were recognized as being ran by folks of a lighter persuasion, folks would be more apt to believe that the Black Panther fan group and the Council of Wakanda knew what they were talking about. Let me see. Hold on. We got Gray right here. Welcome to Wakanda Citizen. Big Gray just became a member. Here's the thing. They don't believe that. Nobody believes you know as much about Peter Parker as they do if you look like this. They don't. They don't believe you know as much about Bruce Wayne as they do if you look like this. Thus, there's no way in hell you could know anything about. It's a black character. That's double. You black, the character black. Really, what we talking about? That's how they feel. So you're gonna have to own it. And shout out to Diabolical. You are absolutely right. I'm gonna have to stop engaging. It's gonna have to be one of those things now. Well, I'm just sharing now because that's all I want to do. Think about this. We got Black Panther, T'Challa, declassified. We got Black Panther, the Wakandan Atlas. And we got Black Panther, the Ultimate Guide. I want to share that with everybody that's a Black Panther fan. We got other characters we need to get. And when I say characters, I mean action figures. I don't know nobody. I know we care. Can't say that about Hasbro. And I can't say that about anybody that was in this lane before me and Deborah got here. It's not a dig, or as my daughter would say, baby, no shade. You didn't ask for the Dr. Eve Ewing pauldron. We did. You didn't dig in your pockets, go out to any action figure customizer to see if they could do it. We did. And we did it on the strength for Black Panther fans. So even if you don't F with us or not, we did something for you. You're welcome. No differently than the Bass head sculpt. We want Bass. Well, if you're not trying to spend $100-something on an action figure, $60-some odd on an action figure, we just needed the head sculpt. Well, nobody was asking for that before we came around. Nobody got it made before we came around. And right now, because we asked for it, it got made. It's available for all Black Panther fans, as it should be. As it should be. Truth be told, that's all I care about. I want for someone else what Batman feels, what a Batman fan feels. I want that for you. You got a right to have it. You got a right to have it before you go. Before you leave this plane of existence, you got a right to feel about T'Challa the same way somebody feels about Peter Parker. And I'm going to go down swinging for it. If for no other reason than the actor who portrayed him. If for no other reason. That's it. We out. Gray just became a member. Welcome to Wakanda. That's my brother right there, the super producer, the man on the street. Thank you so much. Yes, we representing. Salute, sir. You do. Hey, man. Listen, I couldn't do it without my brother, and without y'all, without my elders, my spiritual advisor, my beautiful wife, my children, who I got to call my 24-year-old as soon as we get off the phone. Keep me motivated and invigorated, and for that, I thank you. We are Black Panther fans. We're first, so we're going to catch it rough. But in being first, the legacy we leave behind when it comes to this character, it ain't for us. It's for our children and their children and their children and their children. So they would never have to go through this again in regards to their favorite character. One, T'Challa, Black Panther, and all things Black Panther Wakanda related. Listen, I'm out. Thank y'all so much. Great. Thank you. I thought you done been a member of this, but we out. Hit that like button. Hit the share button. Absolutely. Let me know what your thoughts are. If we rock with each other offline, hit me up offline. We ain't always talk about this. That said, in the meantime, in between time till next time, in memory of the late great Don Cornelius and you see him, Chadwick Boseman, we wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.